Greetings, Divine Radiance. How are you today? Welcome to Wednesday Live and Power Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I'm a divine interpreter, psychic life coach, and mentor, assisting you with activating the divinity and wisdom within your soul so that you are empowered to create and live an abundant life. So I am super excited. Let's see. I see you guys are on, and yay. Let's read the comments before we get started. Hey, Mom. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Anitra. Good morning. Hi, Roz. Thank you for joining. Anitra said, hey, Lady Love, I'm okay. Had a couple of moments today, but I worked through them. How are you? And let's see. Hey, Mashawn, Grand Rising. Hey, Alata. Alata said, oh, y'all ready today? I see it's about to be popping in here. Hey, fam. So let's see. Hey, Anthony, welcome back. Hey, Michaela. So I am so grateful that you all joined today and that you're ready to roll. So if you're as excited as me, go ahead and like the video. If you know that it's going to be popping like Alata said, let's go ahead and get the mirror effect going on. So before we came on together, I was led by Spirit to record a video and share about how we can do our part, right? Now, oftentimes you all may notice, or maybe you don't notice, that I don't really speak a lot on current events or things that are happening amongst us, right? It's not something that Spirit usually guides me to speak on. And although I don't speak on it here, I have conversations about it in my personal life. And one of the conversations I'm always having is with Spirit on how I can make a difference, right? And so Spirit literally gave me something to share with you all on how we can make a difference. So that video will probably be uploaded or posted as we're in Empower Hour. Make sure you take a look at it. And if you feel led to share it, make sure you do, right? Because oftentimes, we'll protest or we'll get angry or, we go on rants on social media. And it's really about what can I do to make a difference, right? What can I do to make a difference in a way that's not going to feed into the hate, right? And add fuel to the fire of hate. What can I do? And so this is what Spirit gave me to share. So let's do it. Let's do it together. It starts with energy. So let's start there and start asking the question yourselves, what can I do to make a difference, and allow yourself to be guided? So yeah. Hi, Tashay. Welcome. Welcome. So who was on first? Hey, Pat, who was on first? Now, I noticed that Phyllis sent in for a mini read before we even got on. It was like super early and she sent it in, but I noticed she's not on. So I thought, oh, Phyllis is first on. So who was actually on first today? Let me know if you were first. And when you get on like that, leave a comment to let me know that you're first. So then that way, I know, right? I know based on the first comment who was first. And you know what, you guys? I don't know why today I can't even wait, but let's see what the T message is for us. It says everlasting impact with compassion and kindness is called love. No wonder, because what we were just talking about, right? What we were just talking about. So we're being called to take the high road, right? And how we combat things. We're not being called to sit still and do nothing. We're just being called to be guided by Spirit on how we do our part, right? On how we do our part. And as we get into that energy of asking Spirit, what can I do? How can I do my part? Then we will each be given different steps that we can share with the collective. And then together we have this big old weaved blanket of love that can start making a difference. But it really does start with an energy shift. So awesome. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. My mom was actually first. Okay, so I am being led to pull from this deck for you, Mother Dear. Oh, a lot. This T message says people who love are forgiving. I love it. Okay, so it's so funny because this was on the bottom of the deck, right? And I shuffled, I saw it, and I kind of had a mental note because this morning when we started talking, we were both about to meditate, but it actually flew out the deck for you, and it's in reverse. And so what I just received was the reason it's in reverse is because it's time for you to start expanding your ways of meditation. So let's just go ahead and turn it right side up. But it's time for you to start expanding your ways of meditation. So what I am receiving instantly as I look at this here is solar plexus. So Spirit is saying, for instance, you have done a lot of healing when you had your detox. And so now it's time for you to begin the replenishing on a deeper level. So what's coming through is focus on your solar plexus and literally focus on powering up your solar plexus. Focus on sending love and strength and healing energy to your solar plexus. So typically it's like either the breath focused meditating or the guided meditation, right? Spirit is telling you to begin like when you're out at your nature spot, taking those socks and shoes off, meditating there. Also getting out of the chair and sitting on the earth, beginning to bring nature into your meditation practice and just shifting and switching up how you do it. Now, Spirit's not telling you to release any of the ways, but to begin adding on to it. Because as you begin shifting how you're meditating, you are going to begin receiving differently from Spirit, right? Receiving differently from Spirit. So that's the message I'm getting for you today. And really quick, you guys, I'd like to share something with you. So my mom and I, we both did the 7-day detox, and she had an experience. Her gifts started to come through even deeper, right? Even stronger. And my son was coming over. I believe he was coming to dump her trash or something like that. I don't know what he was going over to do, but my mom heard Spirit say, he's here. And so she opened the door, and although she trusts Spirit, but it was so like, my son's kind of big boy. And she, because he was like right there. He's like, I was just about to knock. So it was pretty amazing. We did some energy healing and releasing together, which was powerful and amazing. And my mom did the same with sacred baths. And it's just amazing how her gifts are shifting and coming through. So Spirit is saying, as you're shifting, it's time for you to begin shifting your practices, right? Not getting rid of any parts, but adding to. So that's your message today, Mother Dear. Let me know how it resonates, please. And thank you for allowing me to serve you. So let's see. Mashawn said, love that a lot. Mashawn said, hey, Anthony. Anthony said, hey, boo. Hey, Denise. I'm so glad you're here. Denise said, greeting, beautiful Spirit family. I know, and I didn't reach out to you the other day. I thought about you, and I was like, I didn't reach out. And, if I don't do it right then and there, it's not happening. So lesson learned. Home said it was amazing, grateful. Roz said, so excited for your mom and her growth. I know, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so, so beautiful to witness. And it's exciting because now we're like just, I don't know, it's like a connection on a deeper level. And then also I'll be like, Mom, is this going to happen? Even though my mom won't just come to me and be like, tap in, because she knows that it's work for me. Right. And so she respects that. Like, she won't just be like, oh, it's my daughter, even though she knows I don't mind, you know what I mean? But I do appreciate the fact that she's considerate in that way. But now I'll be like, Mom, ask Spirit. Right. And sometimes I'll already have the answer, but then sometimes I don't. I'm just like, Mom, ask Spirit. I'll be like, let me just have Mom ask, because I know she's super connected now. So it's just pretty amazing. I'm excited. So, and then sometimes she'll be like, well, what did you get? I'm like, I didn't ask. I asked you to ask. So it's really fun to connect like that. So yeah. I know, right? It's amazing. I know that the message has been coming through as she gets deeper in her purpose, that she'll be joining the AshworthScott Life Sculpting team. And I'm really excited because she's going to bring like that health component in when we talk about that mind, body, soul connection. So I'm really excited for that transition to happen. When I first started this, there was a vision, and I connected with Spirit on what that vision was and got the okay. But it's literally, the goal is to have AshworthScott Life Sculpting offer any and everything that your soul could require for mind, body, soul, spirit, healing, maintenance, and just really uplifting you to your highest and grandest version of you. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. My mom tends to be more of a health nut than me. I'm vegan, but I tend to be a little more lenient on food because I'm a foodie, and it's a hobby for me. Eating is a hobby for me. So I tend to be more, like, oh, I feel like eating cake today. So let there be cake. And my mom tends to be more on the health conscious, like, well, this creates mucus and this does. So it's really a blessing. And I'm looking forward to having her join me to help serve you all. So, but enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into our breathing. So for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome. We go live every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And the first person on, I pull a card and deliver a message for you from Spirit. Now, after Empower Hour, what we do is we deliver a collective message for all of us as a collective. And then afterwards, we do $20 mini readings. And the mini readings are $20 per question. So you can ask as many questions as you like. They're just $20 each, or you can opt for a general, where I'll just tap in and give you whatever Spirit gives to me. And then we always start with our breathing, doing a grounding exercise and just allowing us to connect with Mother Earth and to the divine. So let's get started. Go ahead and allow yourself to relax and just allow yourself to take in slow, deep breaths. You're going to inhale love and light through your nose, and you're going to exhale all that's not serving you out through your mouth. Now, if you're choosing to focus specifically on something that you're choosing to release, with your exhale, you can visualize and feel yourself releasing that. Or you can keep it general and just have it be all that's not serving you. So while you're doing your breathing, I'll be sending Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus, but keep in mind the energy is very intelligent, so it will travel wherever it's called to go, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the inhale, slow and deep, love and light through your nose. And then release all that's no longer serving you by exhaling slowly out your mouth. And as you take in another inhale of love and light, I'd like you to start at your toes and just bring that breath up as slow as you can, hitting every single chakra. And when you get to your crown chakra located at the top of your head, then allow yourself to slowly exhale, releasing all that's not serving you. And as you're exhaling, hitting every chakra going down. And as you continue to breathe, I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, and helpful companions, all of light and love. I thank you so much for being here today. I thank you for filling this space. And I thank you for using me as a vessel to deliver a message of highest light and love. May the hearts, the souls, and the minds of those I'm called to serve today be open so that they are able to receive whatever message serves their highest good. I thank you, and so it is. So just continue to breathe, inhaling that love and light and exhaling all that's no longer serving you. And as you take in those healing breaths, I'd like you to bring your focus to your crown chakra located at the top of your head. And I'd like you to just give your crown chakra permission to open. Opening your crown chakra now. And just allowing your crown chakra to breathe in energy of love and light from the divine. And as you're inhaling love and light through your nose, feel that energy traveling in through your crown, traveling down to your third eye. Feel it as it extends out to your ear chakras. Feel it traveling down to your throat and your heart, down to your solar plexus and your sacral, down to your root. And just feel all that loving golden energy traveling down your thighs, your knees, your calves. Feel it in your ankles and your feet. And notice the soles of your feet as they may start to tingle a bit. Allow your soles to grow roots and allow those roots to penetrate whatever surface you're sitting or standing on. And just allow those roots to penetrate the core of Mother Earth, connecting to her energy and sending love, light, and healing and gratitude to Mother Earth. And as you do so, allow yourself to connect with her heartbeat and bring her loving divine energy up through those roots. Feel her energy as it comes through the soles of your feet. Feel her energy in your ankles and your calves, your knees and your thighs. Feel her divine energy coming up to your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your ear chakras, and your third eye. And feel Mother Earth's divine energy come up and out your crown. And just allow her energy to connect with your source of highest light and love. Feel their energies intertwine and do a beautiful dance. And then bring that energy back down in through your crown, setting the intention that it will travel throughout your entire cellular being. Continuing to breathe in love and light with every inhale. And with every exhale, continuing to release all that's not serving you. Allowing this healing to continue throughout the rest of your day. And so it is. And when you're ready, just go ahead and open your eyes and let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're feeling. I know I feel calm. I feel calm. I had a session with Jillian this morning, and every time I tell you guys this, because I'm always like, why did we do this before Empower Hour? Why do we do it? Because I feel like I can go to sleep, and that's how I feel now. Like I can go to sleep. Denise said, driving and listening. Awesome, awesome. Denise said, love the mission of AshworthScott Soul Team. And I'm so grateful for you being the executive and helping to plan the United Light Beings Awakening Tour conference that's coming up. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So yeah, Spirit is bringing it all together. I cannot do it alone, and the first source of contact is Spirit. And then I just move out of the way and Spirit is like, okay, now we're going to go this way and that way. And I'm just like, all right, Spirit, my seatbelt's on, strap me up. I'm ready for the ride. So yeah, I'm excited as it continues to unfold. I'm excited. And also Tia Lynn has joined the team as another psychic on the team. So pretty amazing. I'm excited, really excited. So, but, okay, so Spirit just said to tell you to take a deep breath and shake it out and to remind you to do that throughout the day. So this is coming through like if you are feeling low vibrational energy, or if you are affected by something that's going on around you, even if it's not like directly associated with you or someone in your family, but if you're just feeling the weight of the collective, Spirit is saying just, and did you notice how when I took that breath, how I had a sound come out with it? Give your breath sound. Of course, it's fine to sometimes do the slow, deep, quiet breaths, but it's also really valuable to give it sound, right? Give it sound. And as I'm receiving that, what Spirit is saying is, not only is it's like creating a vibration that's helping you release things even more, stagnant energy is being released, but it's also helping you to exercise your throat chakra, right? So as we are being called to serve on whatever level we're called to serve on, what Spirit is saying is part of our strength comes from our voice, right? It comes from expressing ourselves. Now, whether you're literally using your voice as an instrument to speak, or you're using your voice to write, but either way, you're being called to utilize your voice to share the messages of light and love and healing, right? Okay, so that came through like super quick and super random. Hey, Javi. So you guys, Javi is on as the Inner Child Collective. I'm so incredibly proud of Javi and so honored and grateful to have Javi on the AshworthScott Life Sculpting team. Javi is actually taking some inner child healing courses and will be offering that as another layer of the way he serves. And it's just so amazing to witness and so amazing to be a part of, because Javi does readings for me once a month, and they're absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, we just did one the other day. Ooh, look at that. That was awesome. Did you guys see how it turned over? So yeah, and Javi also does the story time where he reads children's books to us. And it's like such a great way to connect with your inner child. You know, whether you were a child that loved bedtime stories being read to you or never had it done, it's definitely something to experience. Something to experience. So check Javi out. One more from the middle. That's every time Spirit says from the middle, it ends up splitting some weird way, right? And I'll be like, that's not the middle. And Spirit said it is today. Which side? Okay. It is today. Okay. And one from here. And Spirit is saying we're going to start with this card, whatever we get here. Oh, okay, cool. So we have the garden and the gate. This is the card that we're starting with. And, you know, here's that number 3 again. We're receiving that our ascended masters are with us, right? And also the number 3 oftentimes speaks of the tearing down in order to rebuild, right? If you think in terms of a home that is just totally and utterly destroyed on the inside, right? And like, I mean, in the walls and the foundation, and you go into making it pretty, but you don't really do anything to the inside, it's going to be a home that's chaotic and not very secure and not very safe. All of these things, right? So Spirit is using this for us to think in terms of ourselves. Sometimes we're being called to completely tear everything down, which sometimes feels like falling completely apart in order to rebuild. And that's sometimes what 3 is showing us. And Spirit is saying today it's acting as both. Your ascendant masters are here assisting you with that tear down. Now, the tear down may not be like, oh, my entire life is falling apart. For some of us, it may feel like that. And for others of us, it could literally be a specific isolated situation or event that we're experiencing, right? But Spirit is saying it's time for you to go deep and look at what's on the inside and make that be your focus. Now, with the garden and the gate, what this speaks of is how, and look at that card, like you see this girl and she's dressed in this pretty little dress. She got this pretty little basket and she's got these flowers and she's created like this really comfortable, you know, space for herself. But look at all that's right outside of that gate. That gate is locked, and she's just there existing in her comfort, that small area of her comfort. And look around her neck. There's a key. So she has the key to unlock the gate and to give herself that opportunity to explore. And Spirit is reminding you that you have the key to overcome anything that shackles you to pain, anything that shackles you to trauma, anything that keeps you a prisoner of your mind or your experiences, right? You have the power within to release it, to heal it, and to explore outside of your comfort zone. In fact, you're being guided to explore outside of your comfort zone. And as that message is coming through, what I'm being told to tell you, it's like that cliche saying, right? If you do the same things, you're going to get the same results. So if you'd expect something different, it's time to do something different. So for some, I'm feeling like when you hear that, something specific comes up for you, and others you may not be receiving any, but if it's coming up for you and you're like, I know what that is, it's time to move. It's time to take action. Spirit is saying, stop holding yourself back or keeping yourself down. No one is doing it but you, right? No one is doing it but you. And this is like the weirdest thing that's coming through, but it's coming through as like someone stepping on you and then you being able to tickle their foot and then their foot moves. And so although they may feel like they are more powerful, right? And they could be referring to a situation, right? It could be referring to past experiences, but it feels like whatever it is, it's more powerful. And something as gentle as the act of tickling, right, makes even the strongest or the most powerful, I'm hearing, come to their knees, right? And so Spirit is telling you also when it comes to you fighting your battles, right? Fighting your battles, whether it's an internal battle or it's a battle that you're having with others, remember that you don't always have to take this tapping into the divine masculine and being in warrior mode, the apparent warrior mode as a fighter in that way, right? Sometimes you can take that gentle approach and still be in your light warrior mode, right? And that's what we're being called to do. We're being called to, and I'm hearing how Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. We're being called to not match the energy, but to shift the energy by vibrating higher than where the collective is, okay? So let's see what you're saying. Obviously, I'm very excied about this. I can't wait. And Pat said, oh, there's that message again. Yes, right? Because here's the thing. Oftentimes, we spend a lot of our time existing in victim mode, right? And we may not just sit there and say, oh, woe is me, right? But if we feel like things are out of our control or things are out of our grasp, or we feel like we don't have the power to create shift in our lives, then we are giving ourselves permission to be in victim mode. And Spirit is saying, take your power back and understand that there's no victims. There's no victims, right? There's no victims. Of course, as children, we don't have the power in our humanness to control what happens to us as children. But once we reach a certain age, once we reach adulthood, our sole responsibility is to heal ourselves. And Spirit is saying, look right around your neck. There's the key. You're being guided each day. Right? You're being guided each day. So don't allow yourselves to be, I'm hearing stagnant by fear. And that sounds weird how it's coming through, but that's literally how I heard it, stagnant by fear. Okay. So we also have a blessing on your sleep, So some of you are not protecting yourselves at night, and Spirit is telling you it's time. Those of you that tend to travel into different dimensions, different realms, it's super important that you're protecting yourselves. And as I'm receiving that, this owl is representing wisdom, right? The flowers are representing growth. So you are most likely receiving messages. And for some, I'm receiving that traveling, you don't have a recollection of what you're receiving, right? But it is being stored. It's being stored. So it's important for you to be protecting, because when you're in that realm of spirit, or when you're in those other dimensions, Ganesh is over there being weird. When you're in those other dimensions, it's just important that you are shielded and protected even in your sleeping state, right? Now, also, here's the blue again, which is speaking to our throat chakra. Spirit is saying when you receive these messages, or when you receive new information, to share it. Share it, share it, share it. You are not receiving, you are not growing, you are not evolving for you to keep it all to yourself. It is so time for you to start sharing. And sharing is serving. It's like this. They're neck and neck, even more so. You know, these two fingers aren't the same length, but they are, right? Spirit is saying they go hand in hand. So it's time for you to start sharing. It's time for you to start speaking. However speaking looks for you, however that looks like for you, it's time for you to start. Is there anything else? Also, Spirit is saying, look up the number 6. There's a message there for you. And I'm being told to tell you it's time for you to stop going in circles. And I'm hearing round and round we go. You got me going in circles, you know, round and round we go. That's playing now. And so, yeah, Spirit is saying it's time to stop going in circles. And what that's coming through as, it's time for you to break cycles, right? Some of these cycles are generational. Some of them are your own repetitive cycles, right? It starts with your self-talk. How are you talking to yourself, right? How are you talking to yourself? How are you seeing yourself? Okay, and this is a message that I actually got in my healing, but I'm being told to tell you it's time for us to merge our human selves with our spirit selves, right? So for me, my message is me integrating the two, so that I'm having more of an enjoyable time as a human being. And what's coming through in the message that I'm being told to give to you today, that merging of your human self with your spirit self, it's coming through as, when you see there is no separation, then you are able to see yourself in a higher light, right? When you're able to see there's no separation, you're able to see yourself in a higher light. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to begin making that merge complete, right? Making that merge complete. For some of you, what I'm seeing is like you have a foot in, and it's literally like, you know how we talk about this flesh suit? It's like a onesie pajama, right? With the feet in. And I'm seeing it like the soul has a foot in, but then the rest of it is kind of disconnected and it's not merged. And Spirit is saying it's time. I'm being told, literally, this is what I'm being told to say. Here's what I'd like you to do. It's time to stop procrastinating. It's time to stop procrastinating. It's time for you to get to work. It's time for you to serve. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to know. There's no more time to doubt who you are or why you are here. It's time for you to begin understanding your path. And it's time for you to fearlessly step out on faith and allow yourself to be guided into your destiny. The time is now. Stop procrastinating. Stop delaying. And I'm being told to tell you to stop looking at life as being fleeting, because when you leave here, you're going to come back and do it all over again. Yes, in a different form. Yes, in a different way. Don't focus so much on time. Now that feels really contradicting, right? But what Spirit is saying is not focusing on time how we tend to do as humans, right? I was just sharing with Javi and also with Jillian how I have been noticing, like at first I've been feeling a lot of movement in life, right? Just a lot of movement. And I love when that happens. You know, the feeling is it makes you feel alive, right? And then when things start to slow down, you know, patience is my thing, right? Patience is what I'm choosing, right? But when it starts to go slow, now logically I know that things are always moving. They're still moving, even when it feels like it's not. But there's that part of me that's like, okay, come on, let's get back. Let's move, you know? And so Spirit is saying, it's time to just let it flow, right? And so Spirit is telling us, like, the time is now to be in action. The time is now to take that key off your neck, unlock that gate, and get moving, but not to see time the way our human self sees time, right? By saying the time is now, Spirit is saying living in the moment, being in the moment, acting in the moment, right? But not being so much in that space of, are we there yet, right? Are we there yet? That's where it's coming in to say, don't focus on time, but there is no time to delay, right? Let me see what y'all are saying. Hey, Cheryl. Let's see. Pass it. Oh, that makes more sense. Don't allow ourselves to be stagnant by fear. Yes. Tasha said, that's me going around and around. Yeah, it's time to just break the cycle. And you know what, as I read that from you, literally what I'm seeing is like going around in a circle and then literally just stopping and stepping outside of the circle. Like literally, that's how I saw it, where it's like, you know what? I'm going around in this circle and it's almost like an autopilot thing. And then just saying, wait, I'm literally going around in a circle, like almost chasing my tail, but it feels more of a slow motion. So we don't really realize that we're going around in a circle chasing our tail because we associate chasing with it being fast, right? And then just literally realizing it and choosing to step out of it. Just, I'm done with it. It's over. No more repetitive cycles that don't serve me, right? I'm hearing it's not going to be a straight line either. It's going to be a squiggly adventure, right? And even the squiggle is going to change, ups and downs and twists and turns. Allow yourself to be, I'm hearing, one with the journey, immerse in the journey, and to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. So we have a blessing to find your way. And look, we got that number 6 again. 2 and 4 is 6. A blessing to find your way. So, and there's also lots of heart chakra coming through today, lots of throat chakra. Actually, there's all the chakras are coming through today. All the chakras are coming through today. A blessing to find your way. So Spirit is telling you to choose to remember. Choose to remember that you have access to any and everything your soul could use in this lifetime. Any and everything you could use as this human being, you have access. Connect to your soul and access it, right? You're also being called to trust and know that you are not lost. You are not lost. This too is a part of your journey. And although at times it may feel like you're lost, or it may feel like you've lost your way, can't find your way, can't see the path, Just trust. And Spirit is saying, you know, when it feels like you can't see the path, that's because you're not meant to see the path. You're meant to feel the path. You're meant to know the path. You're meant to remember the path, and you're meant to be guided to and along the path, right? So it's not a matter of believing in what you see. It's about seeing what you believe, right? Seeing what you believe. So you're going to see it here first, right? You're going to see it here first. And then as you see it here, next thing you know, you're where you're choosing to be, right? We're so focused on, okay, there's ground beneath me and I'm moving this foot and then that foot. And Spirit is telling us to stop that, to allow ourselves to be guided and allow ourselves to trust. And most of all, allow ourselves to remember, right? Now, part of this remembering takes place as you heal your heart, right? As you heal the traumas, as you release, as you make space for that divinity to not just re-enter, but to shine, right? To shine. So a lot of us, we've left our divinity in different places, and it's time for us to call it back home. And it's time for us to re-access it, remember that it's there, and then remember how to utilize it, right? Remember how to utilize it. It's also calling for us to get naked. And Spirit is saying, you know, for some of us, literally get naked, get in the mirror, be naked and look at yourself and admire yourself, all your humanness, admire it. But it's also calling for us to be naked, where we are taking down any barriers, taking down any walls, taking down anything that keeps us from seeing ourselves as the true divine beings that we are, right? Some of us spend time sugarcoating things for ourselves, right? And sugarcoating doesn't always have to be like, oh, I'm taking it way too easy on myself. Sometimes it can be, I'm being way too hard on myself. It's just being in a illusion state, right? Spirit is saying now it's time for you to see things as they truly are. Get naked, right? Remove all falsehoods and allow yourself to see the truth. So let's see. Pat said, powerful message. Pat said, is there no more waiting for perfect conditions? Yes, and so it is. Because the time that's perfect is now, right? Now is the perfect time. The conditions that are perfect are now. We're forever evolving. We're forever growing. And if we wait to reach a certain point, we're going to be waiting forever. Now is the time, right? Now is the time. Perfect, whole, and complete as we are in the now. Hi, my beautiful cousin. Hi. So if you all can send my cousin Antoinette healing, we call her Tony. If you can send her healing, that would be so appreciated. I'm so grateful that you joined us today. I believe this is your first time, so welcome. And Cheryl said, I'm a little busy, so I'll be back and forth. Well, I'm so grateful that you showed up. So grateful you're here, Cheryl. Thank you. And look what we have, you guys. We have prosperity begins. Now, I don't know about you, but the thing I notice here is the root, right? The root. And also look at that walnut shell, right? So what Spirit is saying is time for us to come out of our shell. It's time for us to come out of our shell. It's time for us to reconnect with our roots, right? Now, if you think in terms of a tree, sometimes there can be a tree next to it, and that tree can grow roots, and those roots can intertwine with the roots of the tree that's right next to it, right? Now, oftentimes, those roots that intertwine are roots of trauma, right? They're roots of energies that have been passed on from one person or one soul or one experience to another, right? And what Spirit is saying, it's time for you to come out of your shell, and it's time for you to sort through those roots and find out what is mine and what is not, release what is not, and then heal what is yours, right? Heal what is yours. You're also being called to nurture yourself at the root, right? Nurture yourself at the root. So when you discover what you may feel is a source of weakness, right? Understanding that there is no weakness, there's just lessons and blessings, right? But when you discover what you may decipher as a source of weakness, Spirit is saying to nurture it, to heal it, right? To cater to it in a way where you're encouraging it, right? To see itself, right, as you truly are. Now, as it's coming through like that, Spirit is bringing up the inner child, right? The inner child, nurturing your inner child, healing your inner child, catering to your inner child, right? Not the tantrums your inner child may have when you're choosing to step out on faith, right? Because sometimes you'll choose to step out on faith, you'll feel it, spirit will be guiding you, and then the inner child will be like, but wait, last time we attempted to be brave, we got shut down or we failed. And it's like, wait, there's no failure. You just learned a lesson and it's okay. We're stronger now. We're powerful now. We've got the divine backing us now. We've got this. You're safe. You're whole. You're complete. Trust me, right? And then we move forward. Also, as you grow your roots and you begin to allow yourself to grow, Spirit is saying that other trees will be planted based on the fruits that you bear, right? Based on the fruits that you bear. And what you're creating is this beautiful garden of love, light, and healing. So it's time, right? That whole thing of giving a man a fish versus teaching him how to fish. Spirit is saying you will be doing both, right? You will be feeding others from your fruits, but then you will also be teaching them how to plant their own seeds and grow their own fruit, right? And then the cycle will continue. And this is the new cycle we're being called to create, right? A cycle of healing, a cycle of flow, a cycle of growth, a cycle of love, and a cycle of light, right? Okay, so what I'm being told to tell you is to get grounded, to get ungrounded, right? So Spirit is saying get grounded in what you're choosing, get grounded in your spirit, get grounded in your divine energy so that you can get ungrounded in the stuff that doesn't serve you. And as I'm saying that, it's like those roots have taken hold of you and they've become like these heavy chains. But Spirit is saying you have the key, remember? You have the key. Unlock it. Free yourself, right? Free yourself. And you do so by choosing to be free and knowing that you and you alone is carrying the key, period. Let's just kind of soak in that power right there. You and you alone is carrying the key, right? Now, you may receive helpful companions along your way. They may come in spirit form. They may come in human form, right? They may even come in animal form, right? Nature form. But you are still the one that chooses to allow that aid to aid you, right? If you reject it, it doesn't matter how much it shows up, it's not going to serve you. So Spirit is saying, step into your power of knowing you and you alone have the key. What would you rather have? What are you choosing for yourself today, right? And just focus on today. Just for today, I am choosing, right? Just for today, I am, right? And live in the now. Live in the now. So let's see. Yes. Pat said the eternal now. Yes, I love you too. I love you too, Tony. Thank you. My mom said, I'm glad I took the time to call you, Tony. Love you, cousin. Pat said, oh, that's good. Nurture your weaknesses. Heal it. My cousin Tony said, I'm glad you called me. Thank you, Wanda Faye. Pat said, it's 1:11. Awesome. Spirit is reminding us to be mindful of our thoughts and what we'd rather have, right? We're putting that energy out there. We're putting it out there. And whenever I see 1:11 or 11 or 11, I take a moment and I stop and I start declaring to myself all the things I'm choosing, right? I just start rambling it off because it's like lightning speed from me to God, right? It's like, it's there. So when you see those numbers, just remember, it's a reminder to be mindful and utilize that powerful energy. Today I am choosing, right? And speak it into existence. So let's see. Hi, Veronica. I'm so glad that you're here. Veronica said, wow, I just had this conversation with my husband wanting to be a stronger example for my daughters. They need strong roots that I didn't have. Well, I am so grateful to know that. And cancel, delete, want, and need. Because let me tell you, here's the thing. When you declare want and you declare need, the universe is responding by giving you more want and more need, right? And so when you're in that state of want and need, you're always in that state of lack, right? So you're choosing to be stronger, right? And you're choosing to be stronger for your daughters because it serves their highest good, right? To have those strong roots that you didn't have. Now you're speaking and vibrating from that space of abundance. So, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. And let's see, Mashawn say, yes, Spirit, I hold the key. Yes. So listen to what we have next, you guys. Look, we have conflict and deceit. So let me just show you this. Now, we've got that power. Look at all that power, all that solar plexus power behind him. And he's walking away from all that power to that little teeny tiny light down there. See that? All that power down here, right? He's walking away. He's choosing to walk away. Now, what takes us from this to this? It's that mental conflict that I'm not good enough. I'm not powerful. I'm not beautiful, right? And I'm speaking on the inside. This right here don't even matter. We ain't talking about this, but I'm not beautiful. I'm not good. I'm not deserving. I'm not worth. All that is taking us from here. That's that mental conflict. And it's also the deceit. So Spirit is saying, remember who you are and choose. Look, it's always there for you. It's just which direction are you choosing to go? Are you choosing to go down to this little teeny tiny light? Or are you choosing to go up to your power, right? Are you choosing to go up to your power? So what do? You see yourself as the divine sees you, perfect, whole, and complete in every moment, every step of your journey, right? Even when you made certain decisions that created pain in your life or in the life of others, remember, your soul called for that experience and their soul called for that experience. And they called for you to assist them with that experience, right? So there's no right or wrong. It just is. Every aspect of your journey is to grow you and get you to your power. So the minute you stop looking at specific incidents, how you say it? You know what I mean? Specific incidents as good or bad, and you start looking at them for what they are. They were experiences to grow you, to heal you, to show you, right? The deeper you go into your power. The deeper you go into your power. We can't vibrate in the light if we've never vibrated beneath the light, right? We can't get to the light until we've been other places. We don't appreciate the good until we've experienced what we classify as the bad, right? So Spirit is saying, remind yourself of that daily. I am perfect, whole, and complete, and there is a purpose in my pain, right? There's a purpose in my mishaps. Now let me find those lessons so I can go ahead and get back to my power and collect those blessings that I know is my birthright. I know I deserve, and I know I'm worthy to collect. So just take a look at this. When you start having that stinking thinking, right? That stinking thinking. And look, there's this higher self right there, showing them the way. There's the guides right there. You know, it's all about a choice, right? It's about a choice. Just turn around and go up. Just turn around, go back up, go back up. So let's see what you're saying. Roz said, my husband and I also just had a heated conversation about living in the now. This is so true. Each time I have conflict, my spirit feels crushed. Yeah, you know, and here's the thing too. Part of that merge, right? Part of that merge of us merging our higher self and our human self is understanding that when we're in our human experiences, there's nothing wrong with it, right? It doesn't make us any less divine. It just means we're having a human experience, which is what we're here to do. And so when we can start looking at it from a different perspective, as opposed to seeing it as, well, that was so not light of me, or that wasn't too good, or this or that. And we start saying, you know what, I'm a human I'm having a human experience. I am a human, right? I am the divine having a human experience, but I'm a human being in this form. And so I'm going to do human stuff, and I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to grow from it. And then when I learn and grow, I'm going to help others do the same. So really, this is a positive thing. There's nothing that I'm experiencing that is negative, because I'm choosing to be of light, right? I'm choosing to be of light. So when I have those human experiences or those human conflicts, it's about taking that key from around my neck and unlocking, right? Unlocking the part of my mind that reminds me this too is positive, and the conflict in it all shall pass, right? And then all that's left is the lesson. So yeah, Okay, so I'm being told to allow yourself to remember that you are divine, but also human. You are divine, but also human, right? So we have Raphael, empathy. Empathy, and look, this is speaking to that message we just was talking about. First of all, we got all that heart healing there, all that divine support, right? All that self-love showing up. But then also when we think in terms of a lotus and how it grows from the mud. I get it out the mud, right? It grows from the mud, right? It grows from the mud. It grows from the dirt, right? It grows from the dark. It goes from all those things that we feel are not good, and then it creates this beautiful flower that represents peace. So when you can grow from those muddy times, you get to your peace. But how often do we sit there and we dwell on woulda, coulda, shouldas, or why did I do that? Or I should have done it like this, or oh my goodness, I was horrible, right? Make peace with who you once were so you can be in peace with who you are today, right? Because there's that conflict. I know I'm choosing peace today. I know that I'm choosing love and light today, but I'm still beating myself up for those times where I wasn't quite at my peaceful state. I wasn't quite in my love and light, right? Spirit is saying, let it go. Let it go. Heal that. Have empathy for yourself for where you were then. Now, last week we were told to show gratitude for self, right? Now Spirit is saying have empathy for self, right? And why? Because when we can show gratitude for ourselves, we can have gratitude for others. When we can have empathy for self, we can have empathy for others, right? It all starts with self. So start there, right? Start there. Love yourself. Be grateful for yourself. Have empathy with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself, right? And by doing that, you'll create this new cycle where what you're putting out is also what you're receiving. So now we have Raziel, retreat. Now I'm going to tell you, some of y'all, this is literal retreat. You meant to join us for the 2020 Activate New Retreat, right? Or maybe the 2021, right? And for some of you, Spirit is saying it's time for you to go on an internal retreat, right? You know, like that detox my mom and I just did. You may not do a full 7 days, but it's time for you to get away, right? It's time for you to disconnect and detach, right? So for those of you that have received the message to join us for the retreat, you know who you are. I may not even know who you are, but if it is you, join us. We still have spots. I love to have you. And if you're being called to go on a detox, do it. Do it. It is so important. So important. So I share with you all, after I did my 7 days, when I came back, the very first day, I could literally feel my energy, like literally I could feel it just drop, right? I could feel it drop. Now, of course, living in solitude, disconnected from the world, I'm not here to do that, right? But it felt so good. What it also allowed me to see is just how much our energy is affected. So Spirit said a weekend, a month of just disconnecting from everything, right? A week in a month. And so if you have the option to do a week in a month or a day a month, whatever the case may be, do it. Because it's so important for you to get in your own energy. And it's so important for you to give yourself that time. When we think in terms of a detox, at first I was calling it a sabbatical, and Spirit said it's a detox. Because what I was able to do was shed the energies that don't serve me, that are mine and not mine, right? And to neutralize my energy so that I could deeper connect with my divine self and with the divine, right? And so now I'm even more equipped to give myself that self-love, that gratitude, that empathy, that forgiveness, right? And then I'm able to give it to the world. So a retreat, whatever that is for you, whatever that shows up as for you, Spirit is saying, take one. Take you one and get you some. Okay. So then we also have transmutation. So the stronger you become in who you are, right? And who you are in both your divinity and your humanness, the more equipped you are to transmute any energy that is not of love and light. So the thing that often comes through is being a filter, not a sponge, right? So if we're a filter, think in terms of a water filter, right? It's like the water goes through all the junk and gunk, it gets stuck and it falls off. And then the only thing that comes out of the other side is pure, healthy water, right? So when you're a sponge, what you're doing is you're not filtering that energy that's low vibrating. It's absorbed, right? And so by taking that time away, by giving yourself the love, by releasing the emotional, mental, and spiritual conflict and deceit, what you're able to do is begin transmuting low vibrational energy to love and light, right? To love and light. And it's like when people come to you with conflict, you're able to say, you know what? Has nothing to do with me. It's more about them. It's all about them. Bless their heart. Bless your heart. You know how the grandmother said, bless your heart, bless his heart, and then we don't internalize it, right? We don't internalize it. We don't allow it to lower our self-esteem or lower our view of ourselves or lower our purpose or our reason for being here, right? So it's time. It's time to heal. It's time to connect with that inner child and give that inner child permission to thrive and grow beyond whatever experience that got them stuck and stagnant in fear, right? It's time. It's time. I just heard the time is now, so just do it. Now, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. You've got this. You've got this. You've got this. Which step? Okay. So I'm being told to pull one more card. And when I shuffle this, Spirit said, get the card off the bottom. So Ganesh is being really weird. Do I take that one too? Okay. Spirit said, no, the bottom. Oh, look at that. Beginnings. We have beginnings. Beginnings. It's time. It's time. Archangel Shamuel, it's time. It's time. It's time for us to welcome in these new beginnings, right? It's time for us to welcome them in. Our soul is so ready. Our soul is so ready to merge with us and to it's not even about driver passenger. It's about becoming one and being on this journey together, right? You have all the divine guidance from your highest light angels, your highest light ancestors, your highest light guardians, right? The archangels are here with you. You have all this support. And it's time to merge, right? It's time to just simply choose and understand that in the choosing, it doesn't mean I'm going to be free of challenge. It doesn't mean that, because challenge is always going to come up. But what it means is I am so equipped that I start to look forward to these challenges because I know it marks a new level, a new beginning. Spirit is saying there's so many blessings waiting on you, but all you've got to do is take that key off your neck, unlock that gate, and go get your blessings. If you haven't listened to Mary Mary in a while, put that song on and jam to it, dance to it, move to it, release some of that stagnant energy to it, and go get your blessings. It is time. The time is now. You are worthy. You are deserving. Get out of your own way. And then I heard, period, poo. So let's see what you're saying. Okay, let's see. Ross says, so powerful. Mashawn said, yes, it's all a lesson and serves my highest good. Ashe. Shamika, hey, Shamika. Shamika said, hi, family. Veronica said, I have been craving that disconnect to get into alignment. Oh, my goodness. Do it, do it, do it. And you know what's so funny? I can tell that it's time for me to have my weekend. So, let's see, we're going into June. So most likely my weekend will be the first week of June this month because I can feel it, right? I can feel it. When coming back from that detox, it's like it's like a tea kettle, right? You reach a boiling point. You reach a boiling point. And not only is it really good for you to be able to shed and release those energies, but it's really good because it'll make you even more aware of when it's time for you to neutralize and reset your energy. So do it, do it, do it. Do not delay that. Don't procrastinate what's coming through. Do it. You're deserving. You deserve it. You deserve it. And for those of us that worry about this, I'm just going to say this. Spirit is saying everything is going to be there when you return. Now, I don't know who that's for. I know at one point that was my message for me because I used to worry about, well, if I'm not there or I'm not this or I'm not that, then what about? And it's like, you know what? Do you trust or do you trust, right? Do you surrender or do you surrender, right? So for those of you that feel like I can't because, whatever your because is, Spirit is saying it will be there when you return. And you will be better equipped to deal with and handle the challenges that come with life and anything else you can think of. So definitely do it. Let's see. Hi, Jalessa. Welcome. Let's see. Anthony said, go get your blessing. It's your time. Yes, most definitely. It is your time. Go get them. Pat said, this is wonderful. I'm so ready to move forward. I've been stuck a long time. And I am so grateful that you are ready. So you know what? Now that you stated that, cancel, delete, I've been stuck for a long time. You are not stuck at all. And what is the opposite of stuck? You are free, right? It is time. I am free. I am choosing my freedom. I am choosing to move forward. I am choosing to be in action, right? So keeping our thoughts and our words and our vibration, and our focus where we are choosing it to be, right? Where we're choosing it to be. So yes, no more stuck energy, no more none of that. We are free. And we are releasing all this deceit and conflict, and we are choosing to step into our power, step into our light. And as I'm saying that, I'm hearing step into the light, Carolyn, you know, the light being our power. Probably not the best example to use, but that's how I heard it, you know, because that movie, I don't know where Carol Ann was stepping, but Spirit is there for us. We stepping into our power. So yeah, so let's see. Yes, Pat said, yes, I am free to move forward, and so it is. And Michonne is singing, go get your blessing. Shamika said, just thinking about a detox of some sort in June. Yes, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And you know what? I'm grateful. My mom said I was told to detox 2 to 3 days a month. I'm ready, baby girl. Me too. Me too. And we still getting in the mountains is a must. I was thinking about that today when I went outside to protect how it's warm, you guys. We're here in Tennessee, and it's so beautiful. Like it's not super sunny, but the temperature is so amazing. And you have a little bit of humidity, but it's not anything that's like disgusting feeling. It just feels really good, and it would be a great time to get into the mountains. My mom and I are actually going to the grocery store today, and she didn't know, but I was going to ask her if she'd like to go to our spots so that we can get some grounding done there. But yeah, being one with nature is also so important for us as light workers. I mean, I can't even stress it enough. Even if you aren't able to like get out and put your feet in the water, the ocean, or the rivers or lakes, or put your feet in the grass or the dirt or in the mud, you know, even if you're just looking at it and breathing in the fresh air, that's something, right? Now, of course, if you can get out in it and be in it, that's even more powerful. But at least go outside every day for fresh air. Every day, no matter what the weather's like, just go out, even if it's just 5 minutes, and just inhale that good prana, baby. You know, like Ralph Smart say, just inhale, right? Inhale that life force and allow yourself to release, like we did today. As you inhale that love and light, release what's not serving you. So, yeah. And it's 232. So, okay, so I'm going to look up the number 6. I'm going to give us that message because that came through quite a bit. And while I pull that up, if you all received anything from today's Empower Hour that served you or resonated in any way, please go ahead and give the video a like. I appreciate you so much. So let's see what the number 6 says. It says, and then 232 equals 7. So before we read the number 6, what Spirit was reminding us of is the fact that everything is in divine order, right? Everything is happening as the divine has set for it to happen, as our souls have agreed for it to happen. So understanding that exactly where you are is exactly where you're meant to be. And in this moment, with you making the choice to break the cycles, the cycle you were in a second ago is done. It's gone. Release it and focus on what you're choosing now, which is to move in your freedom, to move in your power, and to break the cycles now. Okay, so let's see. Number 6 is related to vibrations and energies of unconditional love, balance, and harmony, home and family, domesticity, parenthood, guardianship, service to others, selflessness, responsibility, nurturing, care, empathy, and they have empathy highlighted, and sympathy, self-sacrifice, humanitarianism, the ability to compromise, emotional depth, honesty and integrity, adjustment, stability, poise, protection, firmness, healing, idealism, just and justice, conscientiousness, burden fearing, solution finding, problem solving, seeing clearly, teaching, convention, curiosity, peace, and peacefulness, circulation, grace, and dignity, simplicity, reliability, material needs and economy, providing and provision, agriculture and growth, musical talent. Number 6 relates to problem solving and signifies the need for stability in all aspects of your life. Angel number 6 brings a message from the angels to keep a balance between your material goals and aspirations and your spiritual inner self. Respect yourself and others by taking responsibility for your own life and be honest and fair in all of your dealings. Be grateful for what you have already, as an attitude of gratitude encourages further positive abundance in your life. Okay, listen, I can't make it up. It really sums up today's message, right? Even with the empathy and with that balance, that balance of the material and the spiritual speaks of that merge that we were talking about, right? And also how we had that being grateful came through last week, right? Being grateful, having that gratitude towards self, right? For what we've done thus far is so important. And then it also talked about that being honest, right? With ourselves, being naked, right? So number 6 just summed it all up beautifully. So let's go ahead and get 232. And then I'm going to see what you all are saying, because I love to see what you're saying. So let's see what 232 is telling us. So it says number 232 is a combination of the vibrations of the number 2, appearing twice, doubling its attributes and influencing the energies of number 3. Number 2 resonates with faith and trust, diplomacy and cooperation, duality and finding balance, relationships and partnerships, intuition and insight, service and duty, and your divine life purpose and soul mission. Number 3 relates to optimism and joy, inspiration and creativity, self-expression and communication, manifesting and manifestation, imagination and intelligence, energy, growth and expansion, spontaneity, encouragement and assistance, talent and skills. Number 3 is also the number of the ascended masters. Angel number 232 is a message to say, focus on your aspirations, goals, and expectations, and stay centered in your faith and trust. You are working in alignment with the energies of the ascended masters, and they are currently helping and guiding you through your next life steps and actions. Maintain a diplomatic, harmonious, and caring attitude towards others, and you will find that all that serves your highest good will fall into place for your divine right time. Angel number 232 is a message from the angels and ascended masters that they are available for guidance and assistance whenever you ask. Call upon them whenever you wish to have faith and trust in yourself. Let's cancel, delete, wish. Call on them whenever you choose and have faith and trust in yourself and the universal energies as you serve your divine life purpose and soul mission. And that breaks down to the number 7, which is the divine's number. So let's see what you all are saying. Hey, Dynell. Dynell said, I am on my way to see the trees today while listening to you, ready for some grounding and releasing. Awesome, awesome. I didn't even realize you were on. So let's see. I'm glad you joined us. Mashawn said, I'm playing that soon as we end Power Hour. Pat said, yes, the grounding in nature is so healing. I lean against trees. Yes. And this has come up before. So we are able to release with the help of the trees, right? Now, the rule of thumb is just as long as you can't fully wrap your arms around the tree, if it's a tree and you can, then that tree is not powerful enough to handle the release. Before you do, though, when you can't wrap your arm, ask permission, right? And you'll receive. And when you receive permission, you can hug that tree and you can literally release all that's not serving you, all you're choosing to release into that tree. And then show gratitude by leaving an offering. You can leave your spit, which is your holy waters. You can leave cornmeal, nuts, or something that, the animals can feast on, but you leave an offering as gratitude. If you have a crystal and you like to sit there, or even a rock or a flower, whatever, but just, show gratitude by leaving an offering for the tree. But it's a really powerful way to release, right? And if you really open up your channel to receive, sometimes you'll get messages from the trees, right? Now, you may hear it or you may feel it, right? It may just be more of a knowing, but the trees carry so much wisdom and they have so much powerful information to share with us. So next time you're out in nature, connect with the trees, see what you receive. And if you're in Activating You, go live and tell us what you receive. And if you're not, leave us a comment here and let us know, let us know what you experience when you connect with the trees like that. Let's see. Veronica said, I know it's time. I chopped off all my locks after 10 years. I have to hop off soon to get back to work. Are readings available on weekends or after 5? So actually what we're doing now is we are doing the $20 mini reading. So if you like to get one now, you can. I do, and Javi is another reader who does it, and now Tim. But we also have readings where if you'd rather not have a public reading, you can schedule a virtual face-to-face, either 30-minute or an hour, or you can do a 3-question mini reading. Recorded reading, where we'll do your reading and send the recording to you. So if you have to go and you like to take advantage of the $20 mini reading, you can always do that. And then if you have to go, I can either do your reading at the end. So when you come back and watch the replay, you can just go to the end and get your reading. Totally up to you. But we are open now, you guys, for the mini readings now. And, you know, it's been something that as our channel grows, there will be more lives that are strictly for the readings. So that'll be happening. I've been feeling like that's going to start happening soon. But right now, the live readings are here. You know, they're here on Empower Hour. So, and yeah, cutting the locks is so powerful, so powerful, so powerful, powerful healing move. Very powerful releasing and shedding of energy. So Pat said you can pay for the readings and come back and listen to it later. Yes, most definitely. Javi said, I'm going to head out. Thank you for doing this, Nahkila. I'll talk to you later. You're so welcome, Javi. Thank you. Mashawn said, me and Anthony went to the lake and I did assist him with the energy release. It was actually empowering for me. I felt the divine in me and spirit say, you're a healer. Awesome. And how did you feel, Anthony, after everything was done? And Mashawn, it's really great that you felt that, because, you know, when spirit brings you in to assist, it's for a reason, you know, recognizing and remembering the power that's within and your gifts that are within that have been laying dormant. So I'm grateful that came through to you, because you've been getting messages about healing and utilizing that energy of medicine woman and bringing it into your experience in this lifetime. So it's really powerful. Pat said, this is beautiful. I got 222, faith and trust, during my new moon meditation a few days ago. So awesome. Anthony said, yes, that was a good experience. I think we have the smudge stick to cleanse me. So awesome. Pat said, wow, I'll do that. And see, I just can't delete the try for you, because when you say try, your unconscious mind hears don't do it. So Pat said, wow, I'll do that. Mashawn said, the trees actually connect with me and I'm called to a particular tree. Awesome. Anitra said, I'm sending a payment now for a general reading. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So is Phyllis on right now? Because Phyllis, I did receive a payment, and here I'll share the Cashapp link for those of you that are interested in a mini reading. And those of you that use PayPal for the mini readings, if you can select the friends and family option, because when you don't, what they do is they charge a fee. So if you can do that, that would be awesome if you choose to use PayPal for the mini readings. Let's see. Thank you, Mashawn. I see it. Hi, Yvette. Welcome. Yvette said, I'm so happy that I was able to join today. I definitely feel I resonated with several messages today. Thank you, Nahkila. You are so welcome. And thank you so much for joining and allowing me to serve you. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, no, I didn't see it, Mashawn, but I just saw your payment now. So thank you. Let's just see something. Because like I said, I saw that Phyllis sent a payment in before we got started. But if she's not on, then what I'll do is start with yours, Mashawn, because you were after. And then Anitra, then I'll start with yours. I said I'll start with yours. I'll start with yours, and then I'll start with yours too. Okay. So bear with me. Bear with me. And even if you're not getting a mini reading, I always say this, I encourage you to stay on if you're led to do so, because oftentimes the messages for others will also resonate with you. And then in between the reading, Spirit will also guide me to pull more cards for us as a collective. So yeah, so if you're able to stay on. Oh, you're so welcome, Tasha. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate your energy, and love and light to you too. Love and light. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So a lot that I see that you paid for 2, and then Phyllis did at 10:01. So we're gonna go Mashawn, Alatha, Anitra. I just saw yours come through. So then Anitra. So Mashawn, Alatha, Anitra is the order based on the order the payments were received. And unless Phyllis gets on, we'll just save hers for next week, because I don't know if that was for a reading or if it was a donation. So, Hey, Tia Lynn. Okay, so. And Mashawn, you said a general. Okay. Okay, so I am connecting to Mashawn's energy. So Mashawn, Alatha, Anitra. Tia Lynn, I don't know if you're going to still be on, but can you keep me up with the order Mashawn, Alatha, Anitra? Okay, so Mashawn, what I'm receiving instantly is it's time for you to do some releasing. It's time for you to do a detox. And what I felt in your energy, it wasn't necessarily associated with a chakra. It was more like your body. It feels tense, right? It feels really tense and tight. Also allow yourself to be treated to a massage. And it's coming through like literally treating yourself to a massage, not like where you ask your wife to give you a massage, but like where you go and you get a massage, right? It's also time for you to start harvesting herbs. Start with sage and start creating smudge sticks. It's also time for you to start really paying more close attention to your heart chakra. And as I'm receiving that, I'm seeing like that motion, like where you take your hands and you just like move the energy out, right? Like move the energy out. You know, it's coming through like there's energy around your heart that can easily be moved and released, but literally doing this motion and releasing, like just pulling it and releasing, right? It's time for you to do that. Start focusing on doing that. And also mental will tell you it's time for you to stop feeling like you're responsible for everyone else's well-being. And as that was coming through, before it came through, like that tension from the body, it felt more like your shoulders, like if, you know, the indication of feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's time for you to allow others to be responsible for themselves. It's time to, I'm hearing both let them and allow them to make their own, and mistakes is coming in like that, make their own mistakes, make their own choices and decisions so that their soul has the space and time to grow. You cannot save everyone. Part of you saving them is allowing them to be and allowing them to do what their soul agreed to do. If you step in and stand in the way, you're hindering their growth process, although your motivation is to love them through it. I'm hearing help and guide them through it and prevent them from bumping their head. Also, as you embark on your journey, don't expect everyone to be shifting, growing, elevating at your pace. Allow them the space to elevate at their own pace. You have been doing such a great job on you, and now you'd like to bring everyone on board because it feels so good and so empowering, and you're seeing the benefits, you're reaping the benefits, you're beginning to see and reap the benefits of the experience of what you're doing, the healing, the cleansing, the releasing. But your desire to have them join you on the journey and be where you are, it's actually creating the tension within you. So what you're being called to do is be more in flow, focus on your journey, being that example to them, but giving them the time and space to grow on their own. I'm hearing don't force, don't push, don't pull. It's not like you're doing it from a place of nagging. You're doing it from a place of love, but until they're ready, it doesn't register as such. And then they said, who are we talking about, Michonne? Who are we talking about? That's literally what they said. Who are we talking about, Michonne? They're saying, you know. I heard there is a specific person, but you also tend to do it with everyone you love. And it's okay to share. But when you share it, forget about it. And as I'm receiving this, in the back of my head, I'm feeling tingly. So what I'm being told to tell you is that your crown chakra is extremely open. You are extremely connected at this time. So get out of your own way. And what they're saying is, it's like, you know that you're connected, but then there's times where you go into this space of, I just heard shadow doubt. Shadow doubt. Okay. And what they're saying that means is a shadow doubt. It mimics doubt. It mimics the real thing, but it's not. And so as we talked about, like, habitual behaviors or habitual responses, that's how it's coming through. It's like you are penetrating that memory of yours that reminds you of who you are as this spiritual and divine being. And then there's that shadow doubt, that part of you that doesn't really doubt, but it's just habitual to not be in the energy of knowing your divinity, right? Okay, so I'm hearing a couple songs. I'm hearing now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Like, I'm hearing that. And then I'm hearing this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And as I was hearing both those songs, I saw like a sailboat, a boat of some sort. And Spirit is saying, when you're able to take a boat ride, even if it's like a ferry ride, I don't know if where you are, if there's ferries. Yeah, a cruise would be great. Yeah, doing something for fun that involves a boat would be great. But until you're able to do that, even taking a ferry ride. And when you're, okay, when you're on the boat, what I'm seeing is that scene from Titanic where, like they were on the front of the boat and doing this and the wind was just blowing. So there's a part where you're meant to get out, like step off, get out there and just do that, where the wind is just blowing on you, right? Where it's just blowing on you, and just allow yourself to take deep breaths, right? Deep breaths, connect with nature, connect with the sea, connect with the energy of the sea. Allow the salt from the sea to cleanse you. Okay. And then also, the more you connect with the sea, the more you'll connect with Goddess Yamaya, right? You're going to connect. And so it's really important for you to begin connecting with her energy. There's lots of lessons there for you. Lots of nurturing there for you. And also, when it comes to you blending herbs and just doing things with herbs, you're going to receive guidance. Oh, and I just thought about your shells. So that makes sense, right? I totally forgot about your shells. That makes sense. I just heard, yep, we didn't. Anything else for Michonne? Okay. So I'm being told to pull a card for you from this deck. And I'm just being told to share this. Spirit said this is for all of us. Okay. The compassion card. So this is for Mashawn. Spirit, what message do you have for Mashawn? Highest light, guides, angels, ancestors, love. What message do you have for Mashawn today? Ooh, look at that. Sandalphon love. And there's a, now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? Right? Now, wasn't that heavy D in the boys? So, part of you expressing the love that you found, right? It's like, I found it now and I'm ready to just share it. I'm ready to just give it, right? And so Spirit is saying, I heard both slow your roll and whoa, Nelly, right? It's not about not giving the love. It's just about being mindful how you give it, mindful of how you express it. And it's coming through almost like, you know, the 5 love languages, how we can be expressing love to someone, but if we're not expressing it in their love language, to them, it's like we're not at all, right? So it's important for us to learn the love language of others. And this is going so much deeper than the 5 love languages as it relates to relationships, right? This is going into like who you're called to serve, right? So you may experience your journey in one way. You may feel like this was so powerful. This was so great. It helped me heal so much. Now, look, I see you going through this. So listen, if you do this, you're going to get these results. And Spirit is saying that's not always true, right? So what you're being called to do is to connect, and you can connect with Archangel Sandalphon, and you can literally allow yourself to be guided on how to express and share and spread and give love to each individual in a way that serves their soul's highest good, their soul's evolution, right? And by doing this, you will have a greater impact on those you're called to serve. So that term, you know, I always say when I'm working with someone, it's not a cookie cutter experience. Spirit is saying this is an example of that. It's not a cookie cutter experience. So by allowing yourself to be guided into knowing how to express, shape, I'm hearing invent that love, you will be able to have more of an impact and to do more good on this earth and on this planet. But don't push, just flow. Another reason why being near water is going to be very valuable, because as you're looking at that water, you'll also be learning a lesson of flow. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. That is it. That is all. So thank you for allowing me to serve you, and let's see how it resonated. Let's see. Hey, tell Diamond I say, hey, Diamond. Thank you, Tia Lynn. Veronica said, I just sent a payment for a general reading. Thank you, Pat, for sharing the group. I'm going to try and stay on. Nahkila, you're a blessing. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Veronica. I appreciate it. And do you all mind if we do Veronica next, since she is going to be heading out early? Those of you that are next, I know Alatha and Anitra, you too. Do you guys mind if Veronica goes next? Mashawn said, I was compelled to do that last night when meditating. Rub hard. Good, good, good. Yeah, rubbing is good, but also make sure you're doing this motion too. Like, make sure you're doing that motion too. And then I'm also receiving this as well, like this, you know, pulling it up and out, right? So Mashawn said, yes, I receive that. I can't and shouldn't force it on anyone. It comes from a good place. I just want the world to shine bright in their divinity. Yes, I receive that. I don't and choose not to force it on anyone. It comes from a good place, and I just choose for the world to shine bright in their divinity. And so it is. Awesome. Yeah. Mashawn said, I would love to be by the sea. Guess I'm planning a trip to Cali or Mexico. Let's see. Mashawn said, I've been wearing my shells every day. Good. Pat said, yes. Standing on love. That really resonates with me. Anitra said, I don't mind. Thank you so much, Anitra. Alatha doesn't mind either. Thank you, Alatha. Mashawn said, thank you so much. It serves my highest good, and I receive it, Spirit. And so it is. And thank you for allowing me to be a vessel. So, anything else? Okay. So I'm going to tell you what they just told me. They said, tell her she got this, and tell her sometimes drink a cup of right? They said to listen more to allow yourself to feel more, right? Listen more to allow yourself to feel more. So they're telling you sometimes just be silent, right? And feel the energy out, and listen to what people are saying. And as you're listening, what's beginning to happen as your gifts are shifting or elevating is you will hear things and feel things that aren't being said, right? That will allow you to connect with a person's soul. And it's a much deeper connection than what they're expressing, because as you're being called to serve, sometimes people are so disconnected from where they are on their journey that they don't even know, right? They don't even know. So when you can be in that zone of listening and feeling, you're not listening in this realm, you're listening and feeling so that you can hear the promptings of their soul, right? So that's what you're being called to begin allowing yourself to transition into that state of serving, right? So, okay. So now I am disconnecting from Michonne's energy. Thank you for allowing me to serve you, beautiful. And I am now connecting to Veronica's energy. Okay. Heart chakra and solar plexus is coming up for you instantly, Veronica. That your name just feels good rolling off my tongue, Veronica. And third eye. I'm hearing not much of the throat, but be mindful of your words. Be mindful of how you speak to others. I'm hearing your words are like Freddy Krueger's knives. You know, like oftentimes people say words can cut, and we visualize one knife, but yours are like the whole hand of knives. You know, your words are very powerful, right? And they can be used to create or bring life into a situation, or they can be used to chop a person down. And what I'm receiving is it's not like you're intentionally like, oh, I'm about to chop you down, right? In the past, you have known the power and you have chosen to utilize it like that, but you're at a space now where that's not the case. But Spirit is saying, but still be mindful, because sometimes when you're not mindful, you're still doing that. And what I'm receiving is a person that's kind of like going in a shell, right? They're not expressing it to you. So a lot of times you're oblivious that it's happening, but they're kind of doing one of these, right? And each time they go deeper and deeper into that shell, and it creates more of a disconnect between you and them, right? I'm hearing it happens a lot with your children and with your spouse. You're doing it to serve their highest good, but finding words that will resonate with them, finding a way to speak to them in a way that resonates with them. And as I'm receiving that message, I'm feeling it at first it felt like pressure, but then it feels like when pressure starts to release, right? That's what it feels like. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect, or put so much pressure on yourself to create a perfect environment. Allow yourself the ease and flow to grow. Allow yourself the knowledge that everything happens for a reason. You have been living as a very positive, a very powerful example for your children. Even when you think you're failing or falling short, you're actually still showing up as a shining and guiding light. You have more energy than most people your age. And not just your love and light energy, but physical energy. It's time for you to make sure you get and stay active. Begin a yoga practice. Stretching your body, stretching your bones, stretching your muscles helps to stretch your mind. Stretch your mind. Why did you say stress your mind? because there's a lot of stress involved. By doing yoga, it'll also help you to release the stress. You're also being called to cough out energy that's not serving you. So find it, cough it out, cough it out. I'm hearing no more coffee. I'm also being told to ask, how much are you putting into your body that doesn't serve you? It's time for you to really focus on your physical health. Because as your physical health improves, so will your emotional and your spiritual health. You have been waiting a long time to soar. Now is your time. Although you've soared in small increments, we're talking that blast off like a rocket. Now is your time. You have so much to give and offer to the world. Now is your time. What is it that you'd rather be doing with your life? Figure out why you're here. Figure out what you love. Don't do things just for the sake of doing it. You have a soul mission to fulfill. Now is your time to fulfill it. You also have the power to create change amongst others. Start a book club. Find books that you're led to read, and then share with those you're led to share it with, and have open and honest discussions. This will also allow you to connect with those that you love, those you hold dear, and also allow you to build new connections. It's time for you to bridge the gap between your old self and your new self. Share your story with transparency. Your experiences will help others. So don't delay on the sharing. Don't be ashamed of any part of who you once were. Allow yourself to shine. And as that message starts coming through, I start to feel sacral stuff happening too. It's also time for you to release energies from your past. So one of the things that you can do is literally like take this hand and brush it off. I'm feeling it more prominent here, but then also there's some on this side too. So just brush it off, brush it off. I'm hearing you also have got to stop overthinking. That's literally how it came through. Just flow with your ideas. Just flow with what you feel. Trust and know that you are being guided. Your internal GPS system is guiding you. So what's coming through is right now your gifts come through more as a knowing, right? That's the way your gifts come through most often. Now, the thing about this is if you have not accepted the fact that you are connected and you are being guided, that knowing, that inner knowing can sometimes make it a little tougher to decipher on whether or not you're being guided. And Spirit is saying to let you know you are being guided, because it's like when you hear, you know, I heard that. That didn't come from me, right? But when it's just a knowing, it feels like, okay, wait, like there's some confusion there. Spirit is saying release any confusion, release any doubt, and know that you are being guided. Allow yourself to flow with that guidance you receive. You have so much to offer, so now is the time to start. You have so many dreams, so many goals. What are you waiting on? I just heard that procrastination message was definitely for you too. And it's coming through almost like there's this energy of not knowing what to do, but then there's this energy of knowing because you felt it, but then the doubt came in and then you just didn't really know what to do anymore. So it's coming through like that. Don't convince yourself to doubt yourself, right? Don't convince yourself to doubt yourself. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and go with the first thing. I'm hearing that strikes your interest, that comes to mind, that piques your interest. Also, disconnect cords from people that aren't serving you anymore. Disconnect it from your heart, disconnect it from your solar plexus, and allow yourself to get grounded. Start connecting more with the divine. Start connecting more with divine energy. Start massaging your third eye, massaging your ear chakras, and also start allowing yourself to relax. Taking those slow, deep breaths, releasing in the shoulder area. I'm hearing meditation is a daily must have. Allow yourself the time and space to meditate every day because this is part of your self love, part of your me time. Also, part of you getting stronger in your gifts, becoming more deeply connected, and allowing yourself to trust the guidance you receive. Okay. And I'm being told to pull a card from the same deck for you. Okay, so this is for Veronica Spirit. What message do you have for Veronica today? And we're pulling from where? The top? Okay. So you have cleansing, Archangel Raphael. So as we're talking about that releasing, right? That releasing, that disconnecting, you can call on Archangel Raphael to help you with cleansing, to help you with releasing, to help you with shedding any energies that's not yours. And also, I'm feeling more of a calm. Not that the energy felt hyper at first, but it's like more of a peace in the calm, right? As the whole releasing the overthinking is coming through. So just literally allow yourself to be cleansed. If you're not smudging yourself, like smudge your chakras, cleanse your energy, release energetic attachments, release, cut those cords from your heart and your solar plexus. And then I'm being told to tell you, and then allow yourself to protect yourself in that newfound cleansing energy, right? Yeah. So Pat, I don't know if you've seen the video that shows how to cleanse and protect, but if you've watched it, share it with Veronica, or you can look in the Tuesday tips and tools, and there's a video that shows you how to cleanse and protect. Watch that and start adding that to your daily routine. Anything else? I just was told tell you that you are already on your way and your healing and cleansing has already begun. It has already begun. So continue. Next steps, onward and forward. Okay. And I was told that's it. So thank you for allowing me to serve you. And let's see how it's resonating. Let's see. You said, "Oh my goodness, I feel overcome with emotion. My body is tingling. Tears are just streaming down my face." And you know what? That's that cleansing, allowing the emotion to be released, right? Allowing it to be released is very powerful, very necessary. I just heard you have so much to give and your soul is ready. Pat said that's beautiful, Nahkila. And I'm just taking a little time, Veronica, to send you some healing to your solar plexus. And just take some deep breaths and just allow yourself to receive that energy coming in through your solar plexus. And just setting the intention that it will travel wherever your body could use it. Traveling to the heart, traveling to the back where the past is. Some energy stuck and stagnant there, just allowing that healing to travel there to help loosen and release it. And also allow it to travel to your third eye and to your shoulders. And as that healing travels throughout your body, just allow your body to become looser, lighter, and more at peace. Allow it to highlight and travel up and down your spine. Feeling as though your heart is glowing, your solar plexus is glowing. And just allow that energy to continue to fill your body, allowing yourself to continue to release and cleanse. And just be filled with that healing. And so it is. So, yeah. Okay, thank you, Pat. Cheryl said, I'm going to watch the live stream from the beginning because I missed a lot of it. Okay, awesome, awesome. Anisha said, I missed the beginning too. I'm looking forward to listening afterwards. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you, Veronica, for allowing me to serve you. So, Alatha, you are next. And then Anitra, you're after Alatha. You are so welcome, Veronica. So welcome. So welcome. Let me know if you could feel it, if you could feel the energy flowing. I always love sending it because I can feel it. So thank you. Okay, so I am. Okay, so I will go to you, Anitra. Alatha is working. And then Alatha, you're after Anitra. So I will go ahead and go disconnect. Okay. Disconnect from Veronica's energy and connect to Anitra's energy. Okay. So Anitra, I instantly heard, yes, it does serve your highest good. And then I was sitting there with that, and then I heard tell her. And they said, she'll know whatever your question is, yes, it does serve your highest good. And they said, tell her, she'll know. Also, what I'm being told to tell you is to really focus on your third eye. Now, have you been smudging? Because I'm being told to tell you to really focus on your third eye when you smudge. But I've never even asked you, do you currently smudge yourself? Do you have sage and do you use it to cleanse yourself? Because if you don't, get some. And if you do, really focus on your third eye. Your wisdom is expanding. And first of all, were you getting a general, or did you have a question? I'll keep giving you the messages I'm receiving, because whether it's a question or a general, these are messages the spirit has for you. But did you have a question, or is it general? Veronica said, yes, my hands instantly went to my heart. I had so much back and neck pain. I felt a light in my body and warm. I can't explain it. I feel warm and tingly. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad. So yeah, just setting that intention to just let that healing continue. Just let it continue, and just, keep allowing it. And yeah, doing that with your shoulders. There's some energy from your past that's stuck in that area. That's usually an indication where spirit is letting me know it's past energy. So, and Anitra, you said general. Now, as I was doing this, I felt like a cool sensation, like right here, right here. So what I like you to do, Anitra, is smudge your third eye, extra attention, smudge your entire body, but extra attention. And then also take time to give your crown chakra, just how we open the crown when we do that, the grounding exercise before every Empower Hour. Start opening your crown chakra and taking deep breaths, and just allow yourself to receive wisdom from the divine. Just allow yourself to receive wisdom from the divine, the ability to discern, the ability to decipher, right? Just allow yourself to receive that in through your crown, that energy from the divine, that wisdom from the divine, that knowledge from the divine. the ability to discern, the ability to decipher, right? And then when you're done receiving, when Spirit guides you to know that's, I'm done pouring in, then just go ahead and take your hand and go ahead and seal your crown, right? Just seal your crown. And as you're sealing it, allowing that energy to continue to flow, right? But just sealing it so that it's sealed and nothing else can come in, right? What else do you have for Anitra? Okay. So I just was told, tell Anitra she does have a question, but we answered it. So what I was receiving first, Anitra, I saw you like bending like this, and then Spirit said, you're being called to bend over backwards for self. You're being called to bend over backwards for self. Stop bending over backwards for others and start bending over backwards for self. Allow yourself to be that bridge that closes that gap. There is still a gap amongst the collective. Use your wisdom that you receive to bridge that gap. You have more power that is flowing through you now than ever before. Don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to tap into your magical power of manifesting. Use your words and your thoughts in equal measures. Begin writing things down. Take them from the ethers and bring them into the reality. Take them from the past and bring them into the now. Take them from the future and bring them into the now. You have many gifts and talents that you brought with you in this lifetime. Speaking, preaching, teaching is just one of many. It's time for you to really get on your platform and speak. It's time for you to continue to serve. And yes, what you and your husband are doing together is very impactful. Continue to be that example. I'm here to continue to ignore the haters and the naysayers. People are going to doubt you, but they're still going to, I'm hearing, watch you and follow you. They're going to watch you first, then they're going to follow you. And now Spirit is moving from the energy of you and your husband together, and it's you, right? It's you and what you're doing. The cloak of many colors is coming up. Read that Bible passage, the cloak of many colors, with Joseph. And then take your message you receive from it and share it. There's a story there that someone in your midst could use. When you receive the story, interpret it as you receive it, not as you've been told to receive it. You'll be surprised at the different message you get. And then I'm hearing the children's prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I shall die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. And I'm hearing your soul has not been taken, your soul has been given. And your soul is now giving you an opportunity to shine. It's time for you to spread the word, to spread the truth, to be a living, breathing example of what we intended it to be, not what it has become. Hearing you are also meant to go flying. And I'm seeing you like in a private plane, like a little one, like sometimes when people go on like tours in a plane, I'm seeing that. And I just heard eventually you will take dates on private planes to Paris. Like super random, but literally that's how it's coming through. I'm hearing, yes, your abundance is increasing as we speak. So align with that increase in abundance. Align by not fearing lack. Align by trusting and knowing your worth. Align by knowing your own value. What is it that you came here to do, and how are you moving now to do it? This question is not asked because there is no movement. The question is asked so that you can begin observing yourself, your behaviors, your actions, your cravings, your fears, your desires. And don't even use want and need in nature because you have none. You are provided for. You are taken care of. You are shielded and sheltered. You have all the love you could ask or imagine to ask for. So start seeing yourself in this perfect, whole, and complete light, and allowing more perfection, wholeness, and completion to come to you and in your now. And then bike rides came through, and I'm being told to tell you to take a bike ride. And it's literally like I'm seeing you and your husband riding bikes, and you guys have helmets. And then I'm hearing taking family bike rides, spouse bike rides, where you ride out in nature. And then you go and meet up at the park, sitting in the grass, having sack lunches, and really discussing stories in the Bible, their meanings, discussing marriage, discussing light work, elevation, soul evolving. This is another thing to add. Gets the body going, gets the grounding done, gets the truth out, gets the community together. And then I heard, and healthy meals are a must. So those snacks, those sack lunches are healthy. Anything else? Okay, I'm being told to pull from the energy deck for you. This is for nature spirit. So what message? And we're going to go from the bottom. Are you going to let it fly out, or are you going to have me actually pull it from the bottom? Okay. Okay, so look, you have the strategy card and it's upside down, but you also have that 12, which is 3. So what Spirit is saying, the reason why the strategy card came in upside down for you is because you're being called to get out of the thought process of strategizing and be more into the guidance process of strategizing. So we're just going to flip it right side up, right? You're being called to allow the guidance to be in the forefront of how you strategize and plan your life, your business, and your task from this point forward. Okay. And I asked, was there anything else? And they said, no, that's it. But tell her to look up the number 3, just the number 3 by itself. Okay. Oh, and look, they said to show you this, and this is what's on Caring Connections. So I'm being told to tell you to trust and know that as you get deeper on your journey, deeper on your path, you are going to build caring connections with other couples, with other people. And then also it's going to bring you and I'm hearing your spouse closer together. And they said, okay, now that's it for real. Okay, so that is your message, Anitra. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And let me see how it's resonating. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, because as I was saying it, I felt that you don't smudge or you hadn't smudged, but Spirit is saying it's time for you to start. And then making sure you really pay attention to this part here. And what you watched the video too, the Cleanse Protect video. It's in the Tuesday Tips and Tools playlist. So, and the title is apparent that that's what it is. So watch it and start adding that daily. It's so important for your spiritual health. as you're going deeper into connecting, as you're going deeper into vulnerability, being more empathic, right? And also as you are transitioning and shifting, because as you're doing so, it's really important for you to be able to shield yourself from outside energy, because not everyone is going to agree with your shift. And as you are in the midst of many people with many opinions, you are going to have a harder and tougher time deciphering between what is outside energy and what is your own. And that doubt of others could creep in and you could take it on as yours. So by shielding and protecting and cleansing yourself, you're releasing the energy and then you're shielding yourself from that energy. So it's easier to know, wait, that's not me, right? That's something I picked up. So yeah, definitely being told to start. Anitra said, or Veronica said, okay, I read that part. Anitra said, general. Mashawn said, Anitra, you never smudge? And Anitra said, whoa, and amen. Anitra said, okay, Spirit said, STFU. Oh, Mashawn said that. Anitra said, confirmation, thank you. Anitra said, Mashawn, oh, I love you too. Mashawn said, love you. Anitra said, Mashawn said, powerful message, Anitra. Anitra said, thank you. Anitra said, amen. Ordering a smudge kit now. Awesome, 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 awesome. So yeah, definitely time to start smudging. Definitely time to start. Yeah, yeah. And then also even your home, as you get into smudging yourself, literally watch the video. That is like a non-negotiable everyday thing. Smudging and protecting. What you're doing is you're smudging to release and cleanse any energy that doesn't serve you, and then you're protecting so that it makes it so difficult for outside energy to come in and penetrate your auric field, right? Your energy. It's not to say that energy won't get in, because it's a part of being human. It's natural, but by having that shield up, you are definitely blocking a lot of the energy that would normally get in. And again, it helps you to decipher between what's yours and what's outside energy. It makes you more aware of your own energy field. So yeah. Yeah. And I'm being told to tell you, be calm, be brave, you got this. And they said it again, be calm, be brave, you got this. But don't stop. You are on the right track. You know it, you feel it. You know the truth, you feel the truth. Just be brave and courageous. We're supporting you every step of the way. Okay, and they said, okay, that's it. So that was your mattress, Anitra. Mashawn, I'm laughing at you. So, okay, Spirit said STFU. Okay, so now I keep forgetting this doesn't go that way. You know how usually you push it up? It goes down to light it. Okay, so now I am... And you're going to feel so good when you start smudging that, especially when you put it up to your third eye, it's like you're just going to feel it open. You're going to feel it just open, and you're going to feel all those things that have been blocking that faith in your connection to be removed. And you're just going to feel it it's like going to feel like you're on a whole nother level with your gifts. So definitely. Okay, so I am now disconnecting from Anitra's energy, and I'm connecting with Alatha. And it's 332. So I'm going to look up 332 for all of us as I'm disconnecting from Anitra's energy. And then Alatha, let me know if you like a general or if you have a question. So 332 is what I'm looking up for all of us. And if there is anyone else on that would like a mini reading. Now it's 3:33. Boy, those Ascended Masters are coming through strong today. It's like strong. So let's see. What's the message here? 332. It says 332 is made up of the vibrations and energies of number 3 appearing twice, amplifying its influences and resonating with the master number 33 and the attributes of number 2. Number 3 resonates with the vibrations of the Ascended Masters and brings courage, forgiveness, skills, and talents, faith, hope, and charity, open-mindedness, self-expression, and communication, optimism and enthusiasm, growth and expansion. Master number 33 symbolizes compassion, blessings, the teacher of teachers, inspiration, honesty, discipline, bravery, and courage, and the spiritual uplifting of humankind. Number 2 brings balance and harmony, duality and diplomacy, devotion, duty, and service to others, adaptability and cooperation. Number 2 also relates to faith and trust and serving your life purpose and soul mission. Angel number 332 indicates that the angels are guiding and assisting you along your divine life path. They ask you to maintain a positive attitude, positive thoughts, and expectations in regards to the direction of your life. Have faith and trust that your present course is the right one for you and is in line with your life purpose. Stay strong in your convictions and listen to your intuition and inner wisdom. Angel number 332 brings a message to have faith in humanity and keep a positive attitude about yourself and others in order to manifest peace, love, and harmony. Send blessings and positive energies to others and the environment and expect wonderful blessings in return. When you have happy thoughts, you feel happy regardless of what you are doing or where you are in your life. Stay happy and positive. Angel number 332 tells you to trust that any issues that may be concerning you will be healed and solved, and all is working out for your highest good. Develop your intuition and use it as a natural tuning fork and employ it in your everyday life to guide and assist you. Your connection with your intuition is ever present and is always part of you. When you access and follow your intuition, you gain control over your own life, and this leads you to make the right choices and taking positive action in every instant. Awesome. I feel like although that's for all of us, Anitra, that is actually definitely like a follow-up message for you based on what you received. So definitely speaking to you directly. General for a lot though. Okay. Michonne said I also smudge. Second had good. Oh, yeah. Because they can't carry other energy. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up. So yes, definitely. I don't even like, back in the day when I was a teenager, we had downtown Berkeley, there were all these vintage stores, right? Oh my goodness. I love the clothes at vintage stores and love going to the stores, but I always felt itchy and I always liked the smell. I couldn't take it. It made me like feel like I had to vomit. And so I now realize the reason it's because the energy of all that energy collected over the years was so like, you know what I mean? It's like me and weed. I don't smoke weed because of how it makes me feel. And it had that same effect. My sensitivity was too high for it, right? So I'm itching right now just thinking about it. So literally what I'm being told to tell you what Michonne said for all of us, make sure that you are clearing and cleansing anything that you get that is secondhand, whether it is from someone you know, whether it is from a store. If you can refrain from it, depending on how sensitive you are, that would be a great thing. But if it's not, then make sure it's cleansed and smudged good. And then when you come home, before you enter your home, stump your feet. Just in general, stump your feet to leave the energy at the door so it doesn't enter your home. So this also helps you to keep some of that energy that's not yours, out of your home. I also keep a spray, right? I keep a spray at the door, a smudge spray. So typically when people leave, I spray, right? And then I have a white candle that's there. And so typically I'll light that when people are coming in because it helps to leave some of their energy outside the door. You can also put the salt around your home and the window sills at your entrances. So again, you're setting the intention that love and light only, right? Only love and light is welcome here. So just really making sure that we're not only cleansing and protecting ourselves, but we're also cleansing and protecting our space, right? Our space as well, because our space becomes just as vulnerable and open to energies as us because we're dwelling there. So making sure that you're cleansing top to bottom, shielding it, the same bubble you put around yourself, seeing it, shielding your entire home underneath the earth, right? Because energies can come in through that way underneath the earth, like just the whole bubble, just your whole home. Okay. Anything else about that? Nope, that is it. And that is all. Okay. So now I'm going to connect to Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm glad that Spirit gave that message to Michonne to give to you. Yeah, okay, thank you. So I typically go to this place here to get B12 shots, right? And this lady that worked there was talking about an energy that was in her home. And like I say, I don't advertise that I do that type of work because I choose not to do it unless Spirit tells me to, right? And so when she was telling me, Spirit was like, help her. And I'm just like, okay, Spirit, because I'd rather not deal with the energy of demons and stuff like that, you know? And so anyways, what it came from was her buying things from a secondhand store. She brought energies into her home. So yeah, so it's real. It's really real and it's really powerful. And just like our bodies carry cellular memory, items carry memories and things connect and it'll stay connected. So yeah, it's really a good idea to make sure it's being cleansed. And it's not to be afraid of it. You know, like if you like secondhand stuff and you like those shops, like me, I love those type of stores, but I just couldn't deal with, you know, the way it made me feel. So that's why I never purchased them. I was so mad because I used to love the clothes from there. But anyways, yeah, don't be afraid. Just be aware and take the proper steps, Okay, so connecting to Alatha's energy now, Spirit, and she like a general. So what message do you have for Alatha? What message do you have for Alatha today? I'm hearing get down on it. Get down on it. Now what you gonna do? I'm hearing it's time for you to get moving, Alatha. Why have you stopped your train? The engine's still on, the motor's still running, but now it's time for you to move. And then I literally heard choo choo. Although I'm hearing it like a choo choo train, what I'm seeing is more like one of the modern trains, right? But now I'm seeing like an older train. And I'm hearing Thomas the train, but then I'm hearing the little engine that could. I'm hearing you got really overwhelmed at one point and then you just stopped what you were doing. Now, slowly but surely, you're picking it back up. It's time for you to get yourself in full action and full swing. You know what you're here to do and you gave yourself a break. Although you never fully stop serving. You do it in a way that just comes natural, even when you're not aware that you're doing it. But a lot this time for you to begin on your path now. It's time for you to stop procrastinating. It's time for you to stop waiting, stop delaying. Reconnect. Reconnect with self. Reconnect with the divine in that deep way. I'm hearing both reconnect with your family and your soul family. In that way that brings you peace, in that way that brings you joy. You have been loosening up the reins a bit in how you deal with your children, giving them permission to be free to be themselves. This is good. It's almost been a natural transition. No effort really had to be put into it once you were aware. Now, here's the thing. It's time for you to get that book out. It's time for you to stop waiting, stop delaying. Yes, your move is inevitable. I heard both, and when you're there, you'll be writing, I heard both more and multiple books. Once you get the book out, you'll see how powerful this is for healing. Not just you, but others. You almost become addicted to it, but in a good way. And some of your books won't be very long. They'll just be very informative. So start channel writing. Start allowing yourself to be guided. and just write whatever comes. And after you write it, edit it for grammatical errors, but don't change anything. Allow it to be as it is. Because through your channel writing, you were receiving a message that someone's soul is waiting to hear. So how it's coming through with your channel writing is, you know how you used to receive messages during group sessions, how you would write stuff down and you're like, I know this don't really make sense. Like, I know you guys seeing it doesn't really make sense, but it makes sense to me. It's kind of coming through, well, not kind of, it's coming through like that. So whereas you may write something when it's channeled, and to the naked eye or the average person, they may look at it and they may not get it and they may not understand it, but it's almost like people who are what was that about? People who are able to speak and understand in light codes, right? It's almost like a secret language, so to speak, right? But it's not. It's just your soul is channeling divine messages and information, and those whose soul is called to receive it will understand it perfectly. Okay, now I'm being told to tell you to eat yellow fruits, eat some yellow peppers, and also wear the color yellow. And it looks really beautiful against your skin. So I was noticing how beautiful it looks against your skin, as they said, and it looks beautiful next to your skin. I'm being told to tell you, you also have no time for high heels. Wear flats. Super random. Don't know why. I'm being told because she's being called to walk more and be more connected to the earth. I'm being told it's like you're cleaning the sewer through your books. There's so much dirt that happens all around the world. So many painful experiences that many children, teens, and young adults share, but no one speaks about in a raw and true form, or from the perspective of a light worker. You're being called to really get out there and put your warrior hat on. I mean, you see yourself as Xena, the warrior princess, the Black Wonder Woman, Superwoman, Supergirl. See yourself with your cape on, because you have healing powers through your healing. You are a superhero to many. A lot that your heart is so big. And there's like, as I'm connecting to you now, I'm receiving, it feels like it's not quite sharp. It's like a dull sharpness that's poking me, like right in, where is it? It's not quite the scapula, it's down, almost like where the bra, like the top of the bra strap is, but in like that curvature area. It's like poking me right there. And I'm just receiving, you're going to always have that poke and that nudge until you do it. And what they just said is it doesn't have to all get done at once. It's about doing it all at once. And so what that means is just now, just doing it. Just doing it all at once means not stopping until it's complete, right? Not expecting for it to be complete like right now, but just doing it until it's complete. Doing it until it's complete. Even if it's a sentence a day, doing it until it's complete. And then going on to the next. Also, what you're being called to do is write a children's series. And I just heard, oh yeah, in case you didn't know, you're a writer. And I'm hearing Ring Around the Rosies, but what's coming through is like the energy has shifted a bit. And what's coming through is deep, 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 deep healing with your inner child. And there's a sadness that's coming through, right? So it's like on the surface, there's all this power, there's all this strength, there's all of this courage and this wisdom. And that's what people tend to feel when they connect with you, myself included. But what I'm feeling now, Spirit is exposing underneath all that, there is this little girl that is sad. There is this little girl that is afraid. There is this little girl that has not lost hope, but is fighting to hold on to it. It's time for you to heal her. It's time for you to heal that part of you. It's time for you to really get serious with your healing again. It's time for you to really focus. It's time for you to really be guided into what's next. This is coming through as a hindrance that's stopping your progress. And it's okay to let people see that side of you and know that that side exists. And I'm also being told to tell you, don't be so shocked that they don't, because they're connecting with the higher version of you. Your higher self shows up and takes over, and it's so automatic. It's such a part of who you are. But there's that little girl underneath all that. And when you can heal her, forgive her, give her permission to move on, then the merge between the two is going to be so powerful, so grand, and create so much shift in the world. There is an agency that would rather you not, but do it anyway. You're protected. You're shielded. You're guarded. We got you. Okay. No, so that was it. But I'm being told to pull a card from the Angels of Atlantis and the Blessed Be deck for you. And I was just told to I'll have to get some sleep. Okay, so they're telling me to shuffle it and pull from this one too. Before we go to that card, before we even look at that card. Take that one. Okay. Okay, so, oh, look at this. You got Uriel, abundance. And look, there's that tree. And there's that solar plexus in that heart. And then there's that connection. And then you also have a blessing of fire. So, okay, so I'm hearing you are powerful, whole, and complete. Like fire, your energy spreads. The fire is also being called upon to heal those spaces that are still unhealed, to disconnect from the energies that no longer serve you. Don't be afraid of your flames. Don't be afraid of your power. Allow your power to be your guide. It is through the fire that you connect with spirit. And I literally heard Shaka Khan singing, through the fire. So listen to that song if you haven't in a while, and listen to Kanye's version. I'm hearing both serves you. Now, as far as your abundance goes, you are definitely living in a state of abundance. It's because of your open, loving heart. But when you get back tapped into your power, connecting to Mother Nature, I'm hearing deeper, more often, healing that heart, healing that inner child. I literally heard, oh my goodness. I'm hearing there's so much depth within your tiny frame. It's time for you to explore the depths of your soul. It's time for you to explore the depths of who you are. And it's coming through like it's so deep, right? It's so deep. And what I'm receiving is even that feeling I was feeling with the inner child. sometimes you're not even fully in touch with it, right? It's there, but sometimes you're not even fully in touch with it, but it's deep. There's like this cord and it's super deep and it keeps you grounded in the energy of, I'm hearing fear, right? It keeps you grounded in the energy of fear. It's almost like, look, here's a tree, right? So what do we see? We don't see the roots, right? We just see the tree growing and flourishing. And what Spirit is saying is that it's like that, like your roots are, it's grounded in that fear. It's grounded in that space that the inner child is feeling. And everyone just sees this powerful, mighty tree that provides comfort and shade for everyone, right? So it's time for you to disconnect at the roots and heal it. I'm hearing, yep, that's it, heal it. And then look at that connection. It's like connected in a whole different dimension, a whole different realm. That's like two different places, right? Two different places, but the world are merged. They're merged. Your guides above are here below, serving you and guiding you, right? Serving you and guiding you. Anything else? And I was just told no, and they said, but tell her there's no coincidence that the grass is yellow. You stand on your power. Stand on your power. Stand firm in your faith. You know what to do next, so do it. Stop procrastinating. That message came through for all of you. And yes, it is time. Okay. So that was your message, and the sage is still burning. So thank you for allowing me to serve you. And let me see, have you been talking to me? Let me know how it resonated. Let's see. Hey, Phyllis. Yes, I saw that. I wasn't sure if you were joining us. So I was like, we're going to either wait, or if she doesn't get on, we will do hers next week. So I'm glad you got on. And thank you so much. Thank you. Mashawn said, I was told to share, but I initially said to self, I don't want to insult anyone. Spirit said, look, now's not the time to STFU. Oh my goodness. Mashawn said, I just love the way Spirit checks me. Don't I know, me too. I love it. Mashawn said, a lot that we got you, boo. Yes, we do. We do. Phyllis said, okay, I read that. Mashawn says she knows Phyllis was waiting for you to come back. Yes. And Phyllis said, thank you, Mashawn. Okay, so I know Alapa is working and processing and soaking it in. So I'm going to disconnect from Alapa's energy now. And I am going to connect to Phyllis's energy. Now, Phyllis, were you doing a general or did you have a specific question? And is there anyone else on that would like a reading today? If no one else is on that would like a reading, if no one else says, yeah, I'd like one, then what we'll do is we'll have Phyllis's be the last one. Okay. Oh, the smoke is smoking a lot. The smoke is smoking a lot. The sage is smoking a lot for you, Phyllis. I was just told to tell you to get some clothes that fit. That was super random, but I was told to tell you. That's what I was like, wait, is that for her? Treat yourself to something nice to wear for your next outing. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. And they literally say you can get it from Ross if you choose, but just treat yourself to something nice. And then as that was coming through, the frequency was shifting in my ear. Pay attention to the messages that you receive. Start opening yourself up to receive guidance. What have you been doing to begin your healing process? I'm being told to tell you to take time out to read and write. And did you say you have a question, or is it a general? A general, okay. I'm hearing rest is of the utmost importance for you right now. You have time on your hands, and it's been coming through. It was coming through like time on my hands since you've been away, boy. Like that song, but Spirit was using songs say like literally you have time on your hands. Turn off the TV earlier. Stop spending so much time in frivolous energy and spend more time in your own energy. Okay, and so first they said pizza dough, and I'm like, pizza dough? And then they're like, pizza dough. Think about pizza dough and the process of like kneading the dough, right? So it's a process, right? There's energy that's put into it. Yeah, you can have the dough, but if you don't knead the dough, then it's not going to turn out the way you desire, right? And so Spirit is saying it's time for you to really put time and energy into self, because you have you and you're alive, but just like that dough, simply existing alone doesn't create the results you desire or deserve. So it's time for you to put time and energy into you. Think of you and your life as that dough, taking your time, kneading yourself. And as that's coming through, what Spirit is saying, when we speak in terms of need, right, we understand we don't need, but when you think in terms of need, if there were to be one, the only need would be self. Because everything you could possibly think you need is within. Therefore, it's not a need at all. It's just a matter of accessing, it's just a matter of remembering. It's just a matter of being open and willing to receive divine guidance to get to where you deserve to be. Right now, your choices and your deservingness are not aligned. Allow your, okay, so what I was hearing was align, but what came out was allow. So tell me why. Allow yourself to align what you deserve and what you choose with one another. And you often speak of a good life, but now it's time to take steps towards it. Also, evaluating what is a good life to you. What does it include? I was just told to tell you get more to the meat and potatoes of it, not just the rice. And right, so meat and potatoes is like the things that really matter, right? Like when we think in terms of a good life, the things that really matter have nothing to do with money or finances, right? It's those emotions and those feelings and those experiences and those things that are much deeper than that. And the rice is the rice is like the financial. And then as that was coming through, they said it's the cheddar, and they said more cheddar can make it better, but it's not the basis of the meal. So take your focus from the cheddar aspect and bring your focus to the depths of your soul. How can I improve my existence by improving my soul? What can I do to improve my soul, and how can I deeper connect to my soul, to the divine, and be one with spirit? These are questions to ask yourself, your higher self, as you meditate. Yes, we said meditate. Start now. Don't procrastinate, don't delay. This is why we keep asking the question, have you done what you received last time? There's steps and there's layers. You get your first step, and then the steps don't change until you accomplish or begin action. Now, you may be seeking a different answer, you may be seeking more. And we've got more. We've got plenty. But take your first step to self-love, loving you more, nurturing you more, pouring into you more, serving you more. Start with your meditating every day. Start taking care of your spirit self. And then your physical self will shift every day, every day, every day, every day. Not a day here, not a day there, every day. That's how you start with your self-love. It's so valuable for you. It's going to unlock the next, I'm hearing both the next layer and the next chamber of your heart. Your healing starts there every day. Don't skip, don't delay. Okay, so now what started coming through was something about hot embers, like stepping out on hot embers. Embers? Okay, so I don't know if you can see what's happening to the sage, but look, they're coming apart. See, like they're coming apart in pieces, right? Well, oh shoot. And so Spirit is saying it's time for you to separate yourself from yourself, meaning the parts of you that aren't serving you. And it's time for you to separate. Well, they said it again. It's time for you to separate yourself from yourself. And then they said, and it's time for you to separate yourself from others that keep you from feeling valuable in your own right. People that knock down your ideas, that don't support you. People that make you feel less than. Or make you feel you have to give to them in order to show you love them. It's time for you to really set yourself free. And then it's time for you to allow yourself to grow in your growth. As you're growing, see the progress that you make. And when you're directed on what to do next or on doing more, understand this too is a part of your current and next step. Doesn't take away from what you've done or what you're doing, because you are doing great. So give yourself credit, but keep moving. Okay, which deck? Okay. So I'm being told to pull a card for you from the Blessed Be deck. So this is for Phyllis Spirit. What message do you have for Phyllis? And then I just keep hearing, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Do I take that one? Okay. Only. They said, no, just ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Okay, so you got a blessing on a new venture. So instantly, oh, I love that blue. Instantly, when I look at this card, the first thing I see is setting your sights, setting your mark, right? Setting your mark. And then I'm hearing get set, go, right? So finding your mark, setting your mark, because what Spirit is saying is if you don't have a mark, then you don't have a destination or a direction in which you're traveling, right? And you can end up anywhere. So there's many layers to this. There's like that green grass that's growing tall, right? That green grass is growing tall and it's reminding you to tend to your own garden. There's that beautiful blue dress that's reminding you to speak your truth, to exercise your throat chakra. There's that archery, which represents bravery, that movement, getting out in nature. There's so many layers here. The heart healing. Spirit is saying, also the venture is not just dealing with business, right? It's also dealing with where you're headed in life, right? Where you're choosing to be in life. And you can start with determining how you'd like to feel. That's your mark. How would you like to feel? And then work your way backwards based on that feeling that you're choosing. Allow spirit to guide you into knowing the steps to how to get to that feeling. That's your mark. It's a feeling. The destination is a feeling. It's not an accomplishment, right? It's not a material thing. It's a feeling. So start there, really evaluating, getting in touch with how you'd like to feel, how you'd rather feel, how you're choosing to feel. And then make that your mark. And each and every day, make sure you're doing at least, I heard at least something, at least 1 to 2 to 3 things that pertain to you accomplishing that feeling, right? Every single day. That's how you begin the self-love journey. That's how you maintain it. And that's how you create shift in your life. Okay. So that is the message I have for you, Phyllis. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And let's see how it's resonating. Let's see. A lot that said, thank you. I won't go too much into what you delivered because we both know it all resonated. I definitely will get more rest. I've been in my feelings lately because I want to move so badly. Well, listen, let me just tell you, when I was on my way to, when I moved here and my place wasn't ready, and I don't know if you were around when I was talking about it. I don't remember, but I shared a lot how I was so impatient, and literally I laugh at it because it's like out of everything Spirit has ever told me to do, the hardest thing to stay obedient in was when Spirit kept saying, this is the place for you. Because it was taking so long. I was just so ready to stop living out of a suitcase and to be settled, right? And I listened, and I'm so grateful and so glad that I did. So grateful and so glad. I didn't know why Spirit said what Spirit said, but I just knew that Spirit said what Spirit said, and I listened. And so just keep reminding yourself, everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. I trust, I surrender, and I release attachment to the outcome. For whatever reason Spirit has for you to wait, it's important that you do. It's important that you do. And I'm so grateful that it resonated. Okay, Shamika, thank you. Alata said, I desire more space. I feel so confined and cluttered. And what was coming through was more or less like that right there. When you can get comfortable in that space of where you are, right? And can release that feeling, where the cluttered and the confined makes you feel less than yourself. This is when the process will move along quicker. So you were given a time frame, but you can shift that time frame based on how you shift, how you're viewing the situation or feeling about the situation. Because the timing of it all, it's fluid and it's really based on you. And that message with that key being around our necks, you have that key and you can shift it the moment you can be comfortable, right, in that space. So like, for instance, an example is for me, part of my healing around the love thing was my desire to have a partner, right? And I feel like, I pour so much of me into everyone else. It would be nice to have someone that I can just go to and get poured into, you know what I mean? That whole thing. But it wasn't until Spirit said, what you're being called to do is get to the point. We hear your desires and we hear your whys, but when you can get comfortable being what you're choosing in that union, being that in your union with self, it'll come to you a lot quicker, right? It'll come a lot quicker. And that's the example Spirit is saying to use, because when you can get comfortable, right? When there's no shackles or there's no barriers or there's nothing that's making you feel disconnected from your full potential or your highest self, then that's when things will move along quicker, right? We're being called to transcend anything that keeps us from vibing as high as we can. And that's keeping you from that feeling of, energetically, it's taking away because of that feeling. So yeah, Work on that, and then your move will happen even quicker than what you originally received. Not just work on it, but conquer it. Work on it and conquer it. Phyllis said, true. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, wow. Phyllis said, it's deep healing process. Oh, wow. That's so true. That's the chakra that needs work in my heart. Wow. It serves your highest good for sure. Yeah. Phyllis said, thank you, sis. This is confirmation. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful and so excited for you, Phyllis. So yes, add the meditation to your daily every day and start there. Start there because you have so much energy surrounding you and around you, and it's time for you to start pouring into you. So start there. Okay. And thank you, Pat. So Shamika is first, and then Pat has a question about parenting. Okay, so I am going to disconnect from Phyllis's energy and connect to Shamika's energy. Okay, so Shamika, instantly what I got for you, which I've never gotten this for you, but I got it this time. Spirit said, start a YouTube channel, right? Start speaking of your journey of recovery. Start sharing your experiences, right? Through that sharing, through that channel, you're going to be able to evolve and share your light work in general. Also, what's coming through is the reason you're being called to share. It'll help hold you accountable. It'll help you feel connected. And it's a part of your calling. I heard. Start the channel, start recording using Zoom, and get to it. This is so important for you right now. This isn't a time of delay. It's so funny how everybody's been getting the don't delay, don't procrastinate, and we got it as a general. But what Spirit is saying is by next week, before the week ends, have your first video up. Sharing your experiences as a mom, sharing your experiences as a light worker, sharing your experiences as you're healing, sharing your experiences of recovery, sharing your experiences as a daughter, as a wife, as a divorcee. All your experiences, start sharing them. Allow that mothering, nurturing energy that you have within to now be expressed without. And then go back and watch your videos because you will be serving yourself too. Okay, so Spirit is telling me to share something with you. So the other day, right, my blender conked out. I'm blending a smoothie, and all next thing I know, it's like smoothie all over the counter. I had enough to drink, but it was everywhere. So I'm like, oh shoot, my blender conked out. And at first I was gonna get a Ninja blender, and I ended up cooking. My parents came over, my twin flame came over, and then my son was here. So I ended up cooking for everyone, and you know, and I told my mom, I said, I didn't get the Ninja. I got this one. It's a good one too, but it's because I spent more than I anticipated, right? I spent more than I anticipated this week. And so after my parents left and my twin flame fell asleep, I was looking at TV, and I decided to go to my channel. And there were a couple of videos. And there were two videos I was led to watch. They were both pick a card readings, and Spirit told me which card to pick. Now, one was where would I be in 5 years? And the message resonated so much with where I am right now and questions I may have about where I'm going. And then the other one, part of the message was to stop saying I spend and to circulate, right? And I have been doing that. But in that instance, I was talking about what I just spent, and how I spent too much. And Spirit used me to remind me, you don't spend nothing, you circulate, right? So in me serving others, I was able to serve self. And that's how it's coming through for you, right? So Spirit is saying, now is the time. Don't procrastinate. Don't delay before end of week. Like right now, what's today? Wednesday. I don't know why it feels like Friday. But before Friday of next week, have your video up, your very first video up, and start recording. When you feel led, when you're going through something, start recording and start posting it to your channel. Is there anything else? Oh, I just heard you're doing a good job, Mommy. I love you. And I was going to tell you, that's not your son, it's your daughter. Your daughter is actually coming through. And I heard what your son agrees. And also remember, you are not alone. You have family supporting you. They just happen to be your soul family. You also have your spirit team and your spirit family as well, but you know that. It's about you really feeling their presence around you, feeling their arms wrapped around you. Although you know you're guided in the spirit realm, it's time for you to begin allowing yourself to feel the energy in a more tangible way. So I'm hearing, let me say it because they're bringing it in quick. Because your support system, I'm hearing, is both an important, her key and vital component to your survival on this journey in this lifetime. And because that's important to you, it's time for you to begin creating that same haven for others. And as others came through, it's those you're called to serve. When were you planning to start? How are you planning to start? This is your first step to actually be more in action. And then it will evolve. Eventually, you will start doing readings, and you are able to do readings now. Remember how messages came through for you in that last session? That was not a coincidence, a mistake, nor was it a fluke. So allow yourself to continue to connect to that energy. Allow yourself to practice. Go live in your group, bring those messages. And they said, bring them. So yes, you're ready now. You prove that to yourself. Remember, you're ready now. And as I'm saying that, I'm feeling like tickly on my thigh and on my ear, but it's a good tickly. It's like the presence of your guides. They're telling you to stop playing yourself short. Said, I heard both girl, bye, and girl, please. And it's coming through like, you know, you powerful. You know you carry the wisdom and the nurturing of Mother Nature within your soul. So stop playing, stop fronting, and get to work. You know you got this. You know there is no chance of you going backwards. Don't even let that thought enter your head. I'm hearing, but we're going to help keep you straight, and we're going to help keep you on the straight and narrow. When was the last time you did a full-on cleansing, clearing, and smudging of your home? Because this is burning pretty rapid. And as I said that, I'm hearing rapid fire, like everything is coming at you at once. You're being tested. It's time for you to trust in your ability to pass the test while you're in the midst of the test, not just when you're speaking of the test coming or speaking of the test that you passed. Keep that same energy when you're in the midst of a test. And I'm being told to tell you to make sure your smoke detectors are working. I'm being told to tell you to listen for the guidance you're seeking. And the next time you have some sage, you notice how I did this? Literally do this where you're allowing yourself to have it next to your ear. And feel the energy as it's coming into your ear, and then listen. When you do that, let me know what you receive and what that experience is like for you. And breathe as you're doing it. For me, it's very relaxing and calming. That's my first time doing that. But you're going to receive more than just that, is what I just received for you by doing that. Is there anything else? Tie your shoelaces. What does that mean? It's time for you to see your life as a bow and not a knot. You form the knot first and then the bow. So tie your shoes and pay attention to the process of tying your shoes. And allow yourself to see your life as the bow, not the knot. And understanding how simple it is to just pull the string and start over. Pull the string and start over. Even with a double knot, you can still start over. So start now. Be who you choose. Do what you choose. And be the example you seek. Not just as it relates to your children, but as it relates to your journey in general. Okay. And then Spirit said, that's it for that. And to pull a card for you from the energy deck. So this is for Shamika Spirit. What message do you have? Ooh, why are those sideways? And why are there so many? Which one? That one? Oh, look. Can you see that? that was kind of awesome. Oh, look at that. Man holding a heart. And look up the number 9. I just heard you were going to have many suitors, but allow Spirit to guide you on which one serves you. I just heard, oh, girl, you thought that was done? It's just the beginning. You're going to have many suitors, but allow Spirit to guide you on which one serves you. As your light gets brighter, your test will come in the form of a man. So allow yourself to be guided, because now you're ready for your forever love. Continue to heal, continue to serve, continue to grow, and continue to release attachment to the outcome. Continue to have faith, and continue to let Spirit be the guide. And literally, they said, and so it is. So, and also look on the bottom is what I was told to do. So you have your root chakra, so get grounded, and I'm being told to lift that. And what does that card say? It says a woman holding a heart and broken heart. So get grounded, right? Heal your broken heart, right? And hold your own heart as your responsibility is what I just received for you. So that is your message, Shamika. Let me know how it resonates. And thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Let's see. Oh, Shamika said at work, But before you started, Spirit said you were about to cry. I did and can't believe what I heard. Alaka said he kind of cute. That's one of Alaka's many boyfriends. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am so grateful, Shamika. So grateful. And I'm looking forward to your channel. So you guys, it depends. If Shamika gets it out before Wednesday, we'll be able to follow her channel, subscribe on Wednesday. She'll be able to, or actually, you know what? This is her channel. We can subscribe now. Subscribe to her channel now. So when that content start pumping up, we already subscribed. And then also, I just remember, Shamika, don't procrastinate. Okay. So now, Pat, I saw where you changed it to a general. And then I instantly started hearing patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Okay, so I'm disconnecting from Shamika's energy. I'm connecting to Pat's energy. And I start hearing how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Whenever that comes through, it's a reminder of your manifestation. I'm hearing ability, potential, and power. It's really about you getting your thoughts aligned. Your thoughts are a little bit chaotic at times. And when that happens, it's okay. Recognize the chaos and ask the question, why or where is this coming from? Better yet. Dissect the where. And by dissecting the where, you will be guided into the why. And then without judgment, heal whatever comes up. Now, here's the thing. You have been living as an example, and it's so good. We're calling for you to have even more trust, even more faith, the unwavering kind. You have put your burdens down. Now leave them. Unarm yourself, because there is no battle. You are no longer fighting against yourself. You are no longer fighting against the crowd. And you are a very good mom. It's time for you to let go a little, a bit. It's time for you to be in flow, even with that. It's also time for you to understand the power in flow. See your inability to flow and the areas where you feel there is an inability to flow as a switch. Your inability to flow in that area is currently on, turn it off. And when you see that switch go to off, release that energy attached to the inability to flow. Financially, Pat, you're fine. You just got to know it. Financially, aren't you always taken care of? Even if it's not exactly how you like it, you always are. Now, if you like it to be more of how you like it, get more in flow. Get more aligned. Get more in your state of remembering. Exist and vibrate in your gratitude. Yes, we said your gratitude and all that good gratitude. Your gratitude as in gratitude for yourself. Give yourself a rest. Give yourself a break. Allow yourself to see the wonders that you're creating every day. You truly don't give yourself enough credit. We see you. We give you credit. We here throwing blessings your way. Sometimes you miss them because you're looking in the opposite direction, waiting for that lack ball to show up, come bouncing on in. It's a distraction. Take your eye off the prize and know you are the prize. You are the prize, the present, and the gift. Now it's time for you to shine. Do so much good in the life of others. Just your presence, that gentle way you speak with so much love behind your words. People feel it, and their souls could use that nourishment. So now it's time for you to speak more. It's time to show up more. It's time to serve more. But you can't do it unless you're serving you. You can't do it unless you're serving self. Good with the walking. See how you're encouraging them and reminding them? Keep going. Okay, so it's funny because they came through, they said, now how is your meditation going? Are you still in that trying to? Or are you now seeing that you're doing? You don't give yourself enough credit. You really don't. There's so much magic that courses through your veins, and it's effortless. It just is. It's just there. Pat, you're like a dance in the wind. And it's time for you to start dancing with life. It's not work. It's not a hurdle. It's a dance. Be in flow. Put on your favorite melody, your favorite tune. Listen to some jazz and listen to how all the instruments blend together so beautifully. One by itself may be too loud and one by itself may be too low, but when they blend, sometimes you cannot tell the difference between which is which. This is so for life. Flow, blend, harmonize, be blessed. You are the gift, the present, the blessing. There are no curses in your midst. You are very much so favored. So now what are you going to do about these gifts that have been bestowed upon you? How are you going to share them? Be mindful of your energy and where you're placing your energy. So literally, the way they said snap out of lack, it was so powerful and strong that if I said it how they said it, it might have made you jump or scared you. But it was literally like a yell, like snap out of lack. You know how when people go bam, but it was like now snap out of lack. You like it's just done. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. So what I just heard was your improvements in the lack department have been slow, but you don't have to go slow. You can literally just snap out of it. Snap out of it. We're proud of you for improving. Because, wait, bring that back first before you go into the next part. We're proud of you for improving, but because of what you have asked for, and where you are choosing to be, it requires you to snap out of it. Just like that. And I just heard poof, be gone. No more lack. And the no more lack is coming through like Mary J. Blige's song, No More Drama. But instead of no more drama, what I'm hearing is no more lack. Is that the deck? Okay, so Spirit is telling me to pull a card for you from the Angels of Atlantis. Ooh, look at that. You got enchantment. Didn't they just say it's so much magic floating through your veins? Enchantment. Tapping into your inner magic. Also look up what a unicorn represents. Archangel Michael. working with that archangel to bring in your abundance, to bring in your ability to snap out of it. Also, it's coming through like when you think in terms of a magician and they bring that rabbit out the hat, right? I was gonna say rabbit out the bag. They bring the rabbit out the hat. It's like all of a sudden there's a rabbit, or all of a sudden there's flowers, right? That's how it's coming through. Utilize your magic to just be done with it, right? You can even, I'm done with it, and clap, like I'm done with it, right? Because it's an energy. It's an energy, right? It's an energy. And I know it's come through before for you to sever or distinguish. Why is distinguish? Extinguish any contracts, soul contracts that you may have taken in the past that are centered around poverty and lack, right? Write it down, disconnect from any of those contracts, those vows that you may have taken, and just be done. I'm done. It's gone, right? And release it and tell yourself every day until you feel led to stop. It's done. Stomp it out. It's done, right? I am abundant. I am abundant. And see yourself as abundant. I am magic. There is magic flowing through my entire cellular being. Therefore, I speak abundance and I attract it. I think abundance and I attract it. I am abundance and I attract it, right? And so here's the thing that Spirit is reminding you, just as you are magic and you can speak, I'm even hearing feel, see, and attract abundance, you can do the opposite as well. So Spirit is telling you to stay in that state of reminding yourself of how abundant you are. Don't think about your abundance when you feel like you're in lack. Just always be there, reminding yourself so lack doesn't even have an opportunity to appear. And then eventually it's just a part of who you are in your psyche, because it's already a part of who you are, but then it's in your psyche. It's a part of who you are. Anything else for Pat? Okay. And look, transmutation. It's time for you to transmute any energy that's not serving you. And it's also Michael again. So you are being called to work with Archangel Michael. Connect with Archangel Michael to bring you all that your heart desires, to connect you deeper to your soul. So that is your message, Pat. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And let me see. Let me know how it resonates. Let's see. Oh, okay. You know what's so funny? Because when I heard Patty Cake, I was feeling more like a name, right? Even though the rest of the song kept going, I was feeling more like a name. That's awesome. A lot that said, I love being here with you all. I'm logging off for now. Thank you all for the positive energy. Thank you for showing up. A lot that love you. And let's see, Pat said, yes, my meditation is much better. Awesome. Pat said, I love that. It's like a dance. I started dancing around the house yesterday. Awesome. Pat said, wow, the lack is over. I'm swimming in abundance these days. Money is coming in now with ease and grace. And so it is. Pat said, okay, that's powerful. Pat said, I receive all that. Awesome. And so it is. Cheryl said that resonated with me too. Awesome, Cheryl. See, that's why I always say, like, stay on, because there's messages, even though it's for others. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I could use that too. Or there'll be an exercise that Spirit will give me to give to someone else. And then you may come across that same situation later or have been experiencing it. And you're like, oh, I could do that exercise too, right? So it's good. It's good. I'm glad that you were able to receive that too. So yeah. Well, that is the end of our Empower Hour. I wonder if my mom is still on. It's 4:41. 4:41. Yes, Pat, look up Archangel Michael. And before we go, let's see, 441. I'm going to look that up because I'm being told to look it up for us. And that'll be our last message for us as a collective. Mom, if you're still on, let me know. If you're still on, I'm ready. Or actually, I'm joking. Y'all see my pants? I'll be changing my pants. Then I'm ready. Okay, so let's see. 441. Number 441 is a blend of the vibrations and influences of number 4 appearing twice, amplifying its energies and the attributes of number 1. Number 4 resonates with patience, practicality, and application, hard work and responsibility, traditional values, honesty and integrity, diligence and determination to successfully achieve goals, and building solid foundations for the self and others. Number 4 also relates to our drive and passion in life, and the energies of the archangels. Number 1 relates to new beginnings, creations, and creativity, motivation, progress, initiative, and assertiveness, intuition and inspiration, happiness and positivity, attainment, achieving success, and personal fulfillment. Number 1 also tells us that we create our own reality with our thoughts, intentions, and beliefs. Angel number 441 brings a message from your angels that you are to look to new and different ways to get your work done more effectively, and efficiently. Listen to your intuition as your angels are sending you guidance and ushering in positive energies towards and around you. Angel number 441 indicates that your thoughts and beliefs are rapidly manifesting into material form. Therefore, ensure that you keep a positive and optimistic attitude and outlook to ensure that you manifest good. As you create your experiences and realities with your beliefs and thoughts, your positive energies, intentions, and actions will manifest your expected results. Ask the angels and the archangels for guidance when you feel it serves your highest good to have some help with maintaining a consistent positive outlook and attitude. Angel number 441 encourages you to keep striving ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous answers and solutions to appear as it serves your highest good to receive them. We're just going to cancel, delete all that need they got up in there. But yes, that is a powerful message. And just like the last message that came through, Pat, that is directly speaking to you, but Spirit is saying it is also for all of us as well. So do it, Pat. If Spirit put it on your heart, do it. Do it, do it, do it. It is a great way to serve. It is a great way to reach others. So do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes, do it, do it. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. You're so welcome, Manitra. Thank you as well. And I'm sending you highest light and love and peace too. So yeah, I'm going to actually make some macaroni salad tonight, you guys. Some vegan macaroni salad. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I've never made macaroni salad. And it was one of those things that, you know, if I went to a barbecue and somebody brought it, I would eat some and I liked it. So, and I asked my son, I'm like, you like macaroni salad? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make some of that tonight. And I don't know what else I'm going to make with it. And I don't even know if I'm making it tonight or if I'm just getting it to make it tomorrow. I'm hungry though. I know that. And look on the bottom, Spirit says, show the bottom of the deck and look at that abundance, abundance, abundance. And there's that enchantment card still there on the top, even though there was another card that came after it. So Spirit said there are no coincidences. So yeah. And excuse me, I'm also being told to show you all what decks we used today. So this was the first deck, or it's the deck. We used this one. And then we also used this. That's it. Yeah, Nahkila, I knew you were hungry. What did I eat today? Did I eat today? Oh, you know what? I got a burrito from, what's that place called? Chipotle last night. And I ate some of it yesterday throughout the evening. And then I ate the rest before I had my session with Jillian. So that's been a while. So yeah, I'm hungry. And then we used the energy deck. And if any of you guys are receiving that it serves your highest good for us to begin working together, now is the time. There's still spots open for the Activating You mentorship, both the group and the one-on-one. And if you've been receiving that it serves you to join us for the Activating You retreat in October, there's still some spots available for that. So you can click the link in the description box and schedule a consultation if you'd like more information on either one of those. So yeah, and those are the decks that we use. So, yep. Well, I thank you so much for allowing me to serve you and for tuning in. And you know what? If this video resonates, share it. When you guys watch the videos, if it resonates, like it and share it, because it's for two reasons. When you like it, YouTube suggests it, gets the messages out. And then if you feel this resonates, then chances are it's going to resonate with someone else. So share the video and invite them to subscribe and join us for our next Empower Hour. Okay. So thank you so much. And I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I'll talk to you guys next week. Oh yeah, I love them. I love them, Cheryl. I do. It's this one, the colors. I really love the colors on that one. It's amazing. Amazing. And this is like my go-to. This is like, I don't know, this one, I never get tired of this deck. So yeah. Have a good rest of your day, you guys.